What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Ramblers podcast, episode 11.
Yay! We actually surpassed episode 10.
10, woo! I've got Danny with me.
Hello.
And Eric.
Alright.
Alright, so this week we're going to be talking about a few things. We're going to be talking about Rick and Morty, as always. Star Trek Discovery just came out, and me and Danny watched the first 2 episodes.
Very good.
Don't spoil it.
Spoiler alert, it's very good.
So that, we're also going to talk about a few news things. We got a Punisher trailer. We got the Tokyo Game Show just happened. We won't talk about everything. There's a lot of things were announced, but we'll talk about the thing that's gotten the most traction at Tokyo Game Show, and there's a bunch of other things we'll talk about. And we're also going to talk about our main topic, which is video game movies and what we think of video game movies. And ones we like, ones we hate. There's going to be a lot of ones we don't like.
Yeah, pretty bad.
And what we think of the genre and what we'd like to see from the genre. So, how you guys going?
Good.
What have you guys been up to lately?
Taking antihistamines.
Yeah, drugs.
So I'm not red and itchy.
Yeah.
Feels good, man. Feels good. Actually,
that must suck. Why are you taking antihistamines again?
allergic reaction to vitamin C supplements.
I can't believe that's a thing. So are you allergic to the vitamin C, or are you allergic to something in it?
It's saying in the supplements, I believe, reacting with the vitamin C.
Jeez.
So I can have a bunch of juice, I'll be fine. Oranges.
Yeah.
But it's just this.
Yeah.
That's very...
That's weird.
Yeah, I looked it up. It totally does happen. Like, it's very possible.
Oh, it definitely does happen.
Super uncommon.
Oh, yeah. What have you been up to, Danny?
Relaxing. Actually, no, doing assignments.
Relaxing?
Yeah, no.
We haven't had a day of relaxing for like a week. Just don't lie to our fans.
That's true. We've been partying as well.
Yeah, we had a wedding. Shout out to I won't say the names just because...
Shout out to the amazing people, yeah.
That was a fun wedding. And then the day after, we had
a birthday.
Somewhat
I was going to say a hangover.
Oh, yeah, we know.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Oh, I was 11 drinks in.
I was 7 in.
Also, hashtag drink your water, Danny.
Go trending.
Dude, it's close. So then the day after, we kind of had a slow day. But then we had a birthday at the next day night.
The evening, yeah.
Yeah, and then the next day after that,
we had a full day of the Royal Show.
Yeah, full day of the Royal Show. And the day after that, we did essentially real life PUBG out in like Bullsbrook.
Yeah, no.
For the entire day, from like 8 o'clock in the morning till like 5.
Yeah,
What were you playing, paintball or something?
Not paintball, with like gel guns.
Airsoft
yeah.
guns.
It was
with
shooting gel balls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and in like the bush, and we were running around. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Exhausting.
And it was also a birthday as well.
Yeah.
And like, so yeah, we went from one physically demanding event to another physically demanding event to another physically demanding. And then I shot a short film today.
Yeah, and then I sat in front of a computer for 5 hours editing a motion capture.
Yeah.
Royal Show's a big show with rides and goats.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it's essentially like
a Royal Show.
It's like a fair. It's a really large fair that's really known.
It was a good Royal Show this year. It was like the day we went was like slightly dead because it was raining. So we went in the morning and like no barely anyone was there. I was expecting like it was public holiday as well, so I was like it's gonna be a terrible day, and it was like probably the least packed I've ever been. Excluding.
Did you see any yaks there?
No. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Technically yes, we saw a few.
Sort of, yeah.
We also saw a bunch of shit. I spent a lot of money on chocolate, and I bought a cool bracelet. And I bought some other. What else did I buy? Did I buy some? I bought lots of chocolate. I bought donuts.
Oh yeah.
Like the first thing I did was buy donuts. It was a good time. But yes, right, so
enough about the Royal Show and its amazing food and it's overpriced.
Shut up.
Show bags, but they're great.
Royal Show isn't overpriced
because you can spend $30 and get
buy your ticket from IGA. It's not overpriced. It'll be over by the time we upload this as well.
Pre-sale. Yeah, no, because it's finishing in like a few days.
Yeah, Sunday is when it's done. But yeah, it was a good time. So move on to our new segment. Oh, before we do that, we'll discuss how we're going to be doing the TV show segment now.
Okay.
So usually what we do is like we do talk about Rick and Morty and then any other show like we're all watching. But because we all watch different shows, we're just going to talk instead of being like we're going to review the episodes. We're just going to talk about the shows that we're watching at that time.
Are we going to spoil them?
Depends if we'll discuss that before podcast. Yeah. But I think at the moment we'll spoil Rick and Morty, but you can't.
Yeah.
But Star Trek we won't spoil because we really I want people to see that. But so yeah, how we'll do is whatever shows we're watching. So for everyone, we're just changing the show, the talking about show segment a bit. But we'll go straight into news. I don't want to undo my typing on iPhone. We got a Punisher trailer, an actual trailer this time.
So what's been, because only like has been shown as news reports and that teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah. Before that, yeah. Oh, and yeah. So that this is the first theatrical trailer. Like the first, like it's a 2 minute long trailer done to the beautiful One by Metallica. I love how they cut the trailer to the beat of the song. They do a Suicide Squad. Well, it's not just Suicide Squad. It's very trendy among trailers these days, is to cut it to exactly to the beat of a song. But here it works because One pertains, like even though One isn't about Punisher, but it's
about war.
And like
how shit it is.
Yeah, but Frank Castle is a vet, and he's like been fucked over by being a soldier and shit. But yes, what did you guys think of the trailer?
I thought it was really cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Punisher, so I'm excited just to find out what this is.
There was many things in that trailer that got me excited. Like very excited. Like I liked how it looked much darker than any other Marvel Netflix show. At least up the levels with Daredevil and Jessica Jones. It looked so good. Like how it had all the brutality as well, and like but it seemed really fun and badass at the same time. What do you guys think about like using One, like
really good song
I mean,
choice?
yeah. I like
good.
the song as it is, and putting it to a really cool trailer.
I love how they they sync the gunfire up to the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. What else did you guys like about the trailer?
I love to see how they're actually going to do the Punisher, because he is a bit, I guess you could say he's a bit more simplistic than other heroes, because he just finds people and he just kills them.
Isn't he just like a messed up man who's just like, I want to shoot people? So
doesn't have any powers.
A bit deeper in terms of his, who he is,
why he does the
I think what's really going to help, before it comes out, if you're going to watch Punisher Danny, you need to watch Daredevil season 2.
Okay.
Because
I'll at least watch the Daredevil series.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I was going to watch every single Marvel Netflix series except for Iron Fist.
Poor Iron Fist. And Inhumans, we'll get onto that in a second.
Oh yeah. Well, not going to watch them.
No, that's the funny. No, Daredevil. I think what's going to help is if anyone who watched Daredevil season 2, they'll make the Punisher as if we don't need an introduction into his character, because we know him. If you watch season 2 of Daredevil, you know exactly who Frank Castle is.
Yeah, he's a Punisher.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
But I also really liked how the action was showcased. It actually looked like good action from what we saw.
Yeah.
Like, there was a bit of a John Wick hallway shooting thing where he like shoots someone, then tilts the gun, shoots someone else, then shoots someone else.
It's interesting because, clearly there's been an obsession with the Punisher going on for quite a while, because obviously he's had, 3 separate film adaptations.
Yeah, an indie film as well that was like completely funded by the guy who directed the first Punisher movie.
When was the first, from the...
Not the Dolph Lundgren one.
When was the Dolph Lundgren one from? Was it the 80s?
Yeah, the 80s. And then there was the one in the early 2000s.
It's like 04, I've seen a bit of that.
And then the director of that
Warzone,
did another Punisher movie simply just called Dirty Laundry.
Okay.
And it's a completely independent film with the actor who played Punisher, and it's just it's like a mini
I think Warzone's the only one I've seen all of.
Yeah, I've only seen bits of the Dolph Lundgren one, and
I haven't seen any of that.
And the intro of the 2004 one.
I've seen I know, isn't the 04 one quite long?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of it.
And it's, from what the thing is, it's not bad, but it's not good. Like, a lot of people I know it definitely has a cult following, where a lot of people really like it.
From what I remember seeing of it, it doesn't really know what it wants to be. So it kind of falls into this weird grey zone.
Yeah.
Whereas the Warzone it's not amazing, but at least it's like it knows what it wants to be. Yeah,
and it's like a cheesy action.
And the guy playing the Punisher in there isn't too bad.
Yeah. Have you guys played the Punisher video game?
I didn't know
on PS2. There's a Punisher being on PS2. Apparently, it's really good. Like, it's got a lot of really good ideas that were like it's really brutal. It's like just a third-person shooter game, but it has a lot of ideas that were like before any of the big third-person shooter games picked up these ideas. Like, it's really cool. No, is there anything else? Like, you guys want to talk about Punisher? I loved it. I was already hyped because of the concept of having a Punisher TV show. It's just because John Bernthal's performance is beautiful from Daredevil. So I was completely sold. But is there anything else you guys want to
add? That's good, yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited.
I'm super excited. I'm just excited to see Punisher shoot people. But also I want but I want at least a story that's about personal torment. Because that's what the Punisher is. It's all about he's fucked up.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see that. Alright, so the next bit of news is the game was announced at the Tokyo Game Show 2017. Well, a lot of games were announced.
Well, it was first actually announced at the pre-show.
Yeah.
pre-celebrations for the Tokyo Game Show,
Yeah.
and then further spoken about.
And but this is there were a few games, but this is the biggest one. A lot of people, it's been actually getting a lot of traction on social media as well. So a lot of people like to look at it. It is a new game from Square Enix called Left Alive, which I found out actually takes place in the Front Mission universe. I know neither of you played it, but it's a game I've played quite a bit of, at least Front Mission 3.
Is that the game where you take control of the mech and you have to do missions, and I'm talking about Front Mission, where you can choose and you can customize it, and
that's a lot of mech games. But the one that I showed you where it's like a tactical RPG, where you move here, you do that. That's Front Mission.
Yep.
This takes place in the Front Mission universe.
That's really cool.
So what Left Alive is essentially, it's a game takes place in like super far future Russia. From what we've seen, it's only a 1.5-minute teaser with a little bit of gameplay at the end. But like when we say little, it's like 4 different shots of gameplay happening. Yeah. And that's all we see. But what we do see is mechs, really badass Russian dude getting out of a mech, and then really cool music and quotes, and then cool action like gameplay where it's like some
very Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
But then also some mechs being carried by some helicopters.
Yeah. After finding out it does take place in the Front Mission universe, after watching it, the aesthetic fits. I'm like, that totally is the Front Mission universe from what the one Front Mission game I've played.
So, how many Front Mission games are there?
There's 5 in the main series, and then there's Front Mission Evolved, which was a weird third-person shooter, which a lot of people really liked. I think it was no one digged it.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of it and I wasn't huge on it, but I didn't give it a proper go.
So, explain the premise, or at least from the Front Mission games that you've played.
I've only played Front Mission 3.
Okay.
And that's essentially like you play as a bunch of ragtag anime, like, protagonists who are fighting in a war. And this war is fought with mechs.
Okay.
And, but like...
Who are you fighting against?
I can't remember. It's like different corporations and nations.
So is it humans?
These are... No, humans, definitely. These are big... The Front Mission games are massive, like... They're like Game of Thrones level, like, stories, where it's like, you can't sum it up in a sentence. It's like a war with mechs, and you play as people who are fighting in it. But the war is super deep, and there's other character arcs and all that.
Because that's what I was trying to figure out, is that, like, obviously, because when you say that it's based in the Front Mission universe, and then the whole tagline of Left Alive is that...
Will humanity ever learn?
Will humans live, or will they let live? So
Yeah.
will they essentially just...
And will they ever learn?
Yeah, will they... Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was just trying to figure out, is like, because they don't explain who you're fighting and what you're fighting
but
as.
it takes place in, but it's not like I'm pretty sure what I heard it wasn't, and what I read about it wasn't, it's not like a direct sequel to any game. It's just in that universe, where like you play as, it's in that universe. It's like AVP to Predator.
Okay.
They're in the same universe, but not sequels.
Well, I'm not specifically saying that it would be a sequel, but they would probably have similarities.
It'd be similar.
In that.
I feel like it'd be a completely different story. I don't know. Not much is known about Left Alive at the moment. But when you said Metal Gear Solid, Eric, it's a fun fact that the main artist behind the Metal Gear Solid games is working on this game, and it looks very Metal Gear Solid.
Some of the artwork, yeah.
It does, yeah.
Like, even the poster, there's a poster they released at the Tokyo Game Show.
It's a Metal Gear Solid poster.
It's a Metal Gear Solid poster. Like, I saw it, I'm like, is that a new Metal Gear game?
Oh, side note, speaking of Metal Gear, for anyone who's a PlayStation Plus owner for PS4, Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain
it's free,
is coming free for October.
Yeah.
Are we going to start talking about Metal Gear Survive?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I was trying to put it down.
But that's going to be a podcast where, like, I want to get Dana to play it because I want her opinion.
I'm going
But
to
it's just
play
going to be
it.
me and you just roasting the fuck out of it. Like, fuck
I'm
this
sure
game.
it'll be fun.
It'll be fine,
What,
actually.
Phantom Pain or Survive?
No, Survive.
Oh.
It'll be fine. It won't be good. It won't be a good... If you compare it to anything else from Metal Gear, it will be a god-awful game. But, like, if you look at it by itself, I'm pretty sure it will be at least a fun little team survival shooter.
Yeah.
But yes, Left Alive looks really cool. What do you guys think about it?
Just have to wait and see, yeah.
There's not much. Like, we have no idea what we know is the gameplay's third-person shootery, but that could be like a fraction. If this is like Front Mission Universe, and we saw a lot of mechs, so we didn't see any mech piloting. But if it's in a mech universe, you're gonna be piloting mechs. I'm pretty sure, and I'm excited about piloting mechs because I love mechs. But I like the aesthetic a lot. The aesthetic, I love like the whole Russian Christmas thing of that thing where it's like the destroyed Russian street, but you can tell it's Christmas at the same time with like the like the burnt Christmas tree and all that shit. That looks really cool, and I like the music and stuff. I'm excited. I'm also like, it feels like mech games are on the comeback.
Yeah, because they just sorry, again as a side note, speaking of Tokyo Game Show, they also announced another Earth Defense Force.
Oh yes, I remember seeing. Yeah, I remember
I
seeing
can't remember what it was called.
EDF's a really
yes.
cool game series. Check it out.
Yeah.
No, so like I feel like mech games are on the rebound because this is a new mech game that's coming out. There's rumors of a new Armored Core game that might be VR based. Zone of the Enders is getting a VR game, and there's a Zone of the Enders is a Hideo well, not the new one, but the other Zone of the Enders games is a mech based action game created by Hideo Kojima, the guy who made Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
I've got the first two. I've only played a bit of the first one, so it's alright. But
all I can think of is Heavy Battalion. Whenever you say like mech and VR.
Yeah, the giant controllers, and
I know obviously it's different, but the fact that VR they do want you to use your hands. Obviously, VR's about vision. But
I feel like I'm as a mech fan, I'm happy that all these new mech games are coming out because piloting mechs in video games is fun. But I think VR's bringing it back slightly because VR's like also random door shutting. VR's like I think perfect for like mech games if that makes sense because like now they can be like now you're actually inside a mech, but now the technology is not like 360 where it's like use the Kinect to play the game.
Well, as long as you can see, it looks like you're inside a mech. It doesn't play like you're inside one.
Yeah, and that'd be the key, and especially if Armored Core and Zone of the Enders is getting a VR game. I was talking to a friend of mine about it, and we were talking about. He said Zone of the Enders is incredibly fast paced. The first two games, like they're lightning fast. It's like playing that in VR would be nauseating because of how fast that game would be.
Yeah.
In VR, it would destroy you. You'd be like, "Where am I? Where am I going?" So, but at the same time, like if they could make a fun, fast paced VR game where you're inside a mech. That would be gold. Like, that would sell like hotcakes. Same with Armored Core. Like, Armored Core, much like... Because it's made by From Software. Much like any From Software game, it's a hard, timing-based game. Where everything you do is based on when you do it and when you should do something. So if they do a game like that, VR mech-based, that'd be also amazing as well. But what do you guys think? Do you have any thoughts to add on to Left Alive and mech games coming back as well?
I'm just excited to see what else is to come.
Yeah, it should be cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited. This is one of the things I'm like, I'm not blindly hooked on this game, but I am like definitely more than interested. I'm like, I'll be keeping an eye out for what
But
Left
you're a
Alive
big
is.
mech fan.
Yes, but even though I'm a sucker for mechs, you can't just at least they can't just put a mech on screen and be like, oh here you go.
But you
Like,
definitely would be more
if
interested than most people because you're like, oh, it's a mech game.
And it's
let
also
me
part
see
of
what
it's also part of Front Mission.
Yes.
And I love Front Mission. But yeah, that's that. Do you have anything else you want to add? It looks cool.
Yeah.
Next one's a bit of movie news. Martin Scorsese, the Scorsese himself, and Leonardo DiCaprio are working to produce and obviously direct and star in a Teddy Roosevelt biopic. What do you think about that?
So, a biopic is like just a film about their life.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Teddy Roosevelt was one of the American presidents.
No.
One of the most iconic ones.
Yeah. I'm interested.
I'm keen just because Scorsese's making a movie.
And
I'm sure it'll be great. Yeah.
I don't know anything about Teddy Roosevelt, to be honest.
Well, that's the same with Silence. I knew nothing.
He was a big hunter president, I believe.
Yeah.
He's into hunting,
Yeah.
The same
Robin
with
Williams from Night at the Museum.
Yeah,
Of course,
that's
because I was
Roosevelt.
about to be like,
I'm excited purely because Martin Scorsese's directing a film, and if I hear Martin Scorsese's directing a film, I will go see it. I don't even need to know what the movie's about. It's about paint rising up. Actually, that sounds kind of
a bit much.
Yeah, it's about a leaf. I'd still go and see it. It probably has a cool meaning.
You mean flower?
Shut up, dude. No, that game actually looks pretty cool.
What if Martin Scorsese directed Flower, the movie?
Oh my god.
There'd be cocaine and Italian mobsters everywhere.
It'd be like what's happening around the flowers. Like Leonardo DiCaprio is like
Doing
into
drugs.
crime or something. Yeah.
And you're just like an observer and a leaf in the wind.
It's cool to see
That'd be cool. It'd be like Deadly Deadly Creatures.
Yeah.
Like that idea of you're just something, and like the story's happening around you.
A fly on the wall,
Yeah.
and you're just not part of it. You see it, yeah.
No, I'm excited. Also, DiCaprio working with Scorsese again.
Always good.
Yeah, we've all seen we've seen Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we've all seen at least one Scorsese
Yeah.
DiCaprio film, and you know those two go together like beautifully.
Yeah.
Like one Italian and another Italian talking about pasta beautifully. So like that's how good they are together. So I'm excited, like purely just because, like, it's a Scorsese movie, but also I am interested in like. I don't know, Teddy Roosevelt seems like a pretty cool dude. He did some pretty cool things, apparently.
Yeah.
I believe he rode a moose or something.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Alright, so has anyone else got anything to add to the Teddy Roosevelt biopic? Alright.
Sounds cool.
The next news is hilarious. Like, I think it's hilarious. And that
It's
is...
a little bit sad, but...
sad, but also hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Inhumans, the ABC-produced Marvel miniseries. Yeah, it's only 4 episodes long.
Oh really? I thought it was like 8 or something.
Oh, might be something. I can't remember. I know it's not a full season.
Yeah.
Has been cancelled before being aired. So the story is they released the first 2 episodes in IMAX screening because they were filmed in IMAX. Or bits of them were filmed in IMAX.
Okay, that's cool.
And because of that, they show it in IMAX.
Yes.
Yeah.
And apparently the from trailers, ever since trailers and set photos and costume photos came out, all the way to the IMAX screening, fans have been like, this looks pretty shit.
Yeah.
And apparently the first 2 episodes of... I haven't seen them.
No,
I don't think
I
any of
haven't.
us have seen them, yeah.
No.
Apparently the first 2 episodes of Inhumans are god-awful. Like, there's a million things wrong with them, like phoned-in performances, overacting, really bad special effects. The fact that the IMAX makes the movie look worse, because it's better...
Oh, it absolutely would, yeah.
Better cameras showing off shitty costumes and shitty TV
Set effects, yeah.
It's like if you went and filmed Neighbours in IMAX, it wouldn't make Neighbours look amazing.
That would be terrible.
You just noticed that Neighbours is shot.
Are
on
you sure it would make it look amazing?
Okay, it's like alright, if you filmed like
Home and Away.
1980s or the early Power Rangers on an IMAX camera,
Oh,
it wouldn't
God.
make it look better because you'd be able to see how shit the costumes were even more than you can in a normal camera. And that's the issue with Inhumans. One of the many issues, and also just like lack of representation from the comics. 'Cause apparently, it doesn't do a lot of things from the comics right. So, what do you guys think about Inhumans being cancelled before it officially comes out?
Well, I saw one trailer for it. I didn't hear about it for a solid 3-4 months, and then heard that it was being cancelled. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I don't really have much care for it, to be honest.
I know nothing about Inhumans.
Yeah.
Like the comics. Like I know that apparently the comics for Inhumans are fucking amazing. Like from what I've heard, but you can hear that about any comic. Someone will tell you it's fucking amazing.
yeah.
But apparently, genuinely, the Inhumans comics are really diverse. They're really cool. They're really 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 good. And this show did work. And I think its big issue was lack of changing what it is all the time, because Inhumans was meant to be a movie. Well, full out meant to be a movie.
Oh, okay.
And then ABC they got the rights, and then production kept changing, and then it was turned into a show or in a mini series, and all the stuff kept moving around to the point where the show had the idea of what this was going to be had to keep changing every 5 minutes because higher ups are deciding what to do with it. And yeah, no, what do you think about Eric being cancelled before it officially?
Well, I've been talking about it before, but it doesn't really seem like this has ever been done with a show of this magnitude.
A Marvel property.
Usually it's just done with crappy reality shows.
Yeah, and a Marvel property. They're like
Yeah.
Marvel. Usually, so when Fant 4 Stick came out, people were like, "Oh, that was a Marvel
I
failure."
wish that could have been cancelled.
Yeah, everyone does. But everyone's like, "Oh, that's a Marvel failure." No, it's not. 'Cause Marvel
It's a
did.
Fox failure. Yeah.
Yes, this is the first genuine Marvel failure in a long time. Not just people were okay with it, like Thor: Dark World or shit like that, or Doctor Strange.
I like Doctor Strange.
It's good, but it's not good.
Yeah.
It's fine. This is genuinely trash. Apparently, it's just not good. So it's nice to see that Marvel, but even then,
It's nice to see that Marvel isn't perfect.
yeah. But even then, they still get a bit of a pass because they went from being the main brains behind it to being producing, and then ABC took over. So it's really ABC's fault, but also Marvel's fault for fucking around with the idea. But I think it's hilarious that Inhumans was so bad that it got cancelled before it aired.
That's amazing.
I tell you to watch. I'm now more intrigued to watch it.
I want to now, yeah.
Yeah, to see if it is actually that bad. Yeah.
I'm sure there's some watchable
Yeah.
versions of it somewhere.
Did you guys see the press panel they did with the cast, producers, and writers of Inhumans?
No.
There was a press thing. It was like the day before the IMAX screening. They did a big press thing where all the actors came out, and then all the producers and the writers and all the guys came out to do a big panel to talk to the fans and be like, "Oh yeah, how cool is it?" Every single fan was like, "Why does the show look shit?" And like, what is thing? And it got to the point where the panel was ended half an hour early, and one of the producers stormed off, and one of them got really mad at people. Was like, "Why are you like having a go at this and all this stuff?" And he had a massive fit. And like the guy who played, I don't know who he plays, but the guy from Game of Thrones who played,
Ewan Rand, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, he was like annoyance, but not the fans. He was just like, "Oh, like this sucks." Like
Maybe this wasn't my best move.
Yeah.
And then one of the main stars kept deflecting questions by like doing really weird stuff, like, "Oh, if you look at this on my phone right now," and it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, and it
Not really hiding what's happening.
yeah. And another fun fact about this: the showrunner for Inhumans is the guy who created and was the showrunner for Iron Fist. So
I think you told me that, yeah.
2 fuck-ups in a row now by this guy.
Oh god, that's terrible.
Yep. And well, Defenders is okay. Like we enjoyed
Defenders is good. Iron Fist is not.
It's got merit. So like
Yeah.
that. Other people's like, "Oh, Defenders is a fuck up." I'd say no. Defenders definitely has merit.
As I said,
More
Defenders is
than
good.
being an okay show. It's a good show.
But you
Not
said
great.
Iron Fist.
Oh yeah, but let's say like Iron Fist was a
Yeah.
fuck up, and like the fact that the guy who created Iron Fist tried to create Inhumans, and Inhumans was a complete
Didn't
disaster.
work.
So if they give him, and apparently he wants to do, I can't remember which property, but apparently the guy he wants to do another Marvel property. For the love of God, Marvel, don't give him another fucking Marvel
I don't think
property.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah. And he's an older dude who's done TV for a long time. So I feel like
Yeah.
he's going into this with the mindset of like 90s TV. Or
Yeah,
like,
and he just
like,
isn't able to do superhero.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's
Modern
that.
superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good superhero.
Yeah. Superheroes past 2006.
Ugh.
I would say, you could say, superheroes past 2001 or 2?
Actually,
Past like the
X-Men
original Spider-Man, past the original
X-Men.
X-Men,
Yeah. Because that's when superhero movies became... Half of them became great, the other half was still shit, and then the other half caught up. Best, anyone else have anything else to add to the Inhumans being cancelled before it officially airs?
It's a shame, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's sad that it fell to this fate, but at the same time, it got cancelled before it aired. That's it. Do you have anything else to add, Danny?
No.
Okay, cool. So next thing, got a few more bits, but next thing a bit of not serious sad, 'cause I'm not tight. I don't think anyone's tired of this person, but this dude has been an icon for what 91 years, or not 91 years.
Yeah, no. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
80.
I was like, you can't be an icon out of the womb unless you're like an actual Jedi or something.
All right. So
Unless
let's
you've got
say-
like really famous parents.
Yeah,
Let's say
unless you're
for, like,
unless you're Hugh Jackman and like Scarlett Johansson's child or something.
let's just say 70 years. But
Yeah.
for a long time.
So the porn master himself, Hugh Hefner,
The one in charge, the one of creating, the one in charge of managing
Playboy,
Playboy.
he has died at 91.
The happiest man alive.
Yeah. More, there's less of a discussion, just more just, mention it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he died. Like I said, I don't. It's weird, but I don't really care.
Yeah, no, but it's like...
It's not like it's not like an actor I know dying.
Yeah, but it's like he's an iconic person that has been...
Yeah.
And been known through...
For
I'd
banging
say
lots of women
For 3 generations,
Yeah.
essentially.
and having lots of. Oh, I think I heard this today from one of the actors I was working with. We were talking about Hugh Hefner dying, and there was one of the greatest quotes he ever said was, like, someone came up and said, "Oh, you have lots of bitches. How do I get bitches?" He's like, "First, you call them women. Have fucking respect. Like,
Yeah.
you are like you dick." But like, it's really funny coming from him who has like 12 wives and he has like he
Yeah.
runs the Playboy Mansion and all
Well,
that
I mean,
shit.
to be honest...
Banged literally every woman who came into his house.
Yeah.
But like that's really, I just love that where it's just like first off, call them women, have respect.
Yeah.
But that's really funny. Yeah. No one else have anything else to add to that?
No.
Or, yeah.
Bit sad.
Bit sad.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. the Hef.
Moving on.
It's much like the Hoff.
The Hoff is okay though.
Yeah, he's alright.
He's fine.
Nobody panic. He's still alive.
alive.
If the Hoff dies, that is actually a tragic day.
Because no more SpongeBob movies.
So one more bit of movie. Oh, these next two are movie news, but one's a bit bigger than the other. Actually, we'll leave the last one for the main topic. It fits very well with the main topic.
Yeah, segues
Okay.
into it.
Yeah, so we'll leave it for now. But this is the last bit of news. The Predator setting and not plot details, but like essentially the rough of what it's going to be about have been announced.
Overview, yeah.
Yeah, so get ready for it. I'm still excited for this movie, but all the signs are pointing towards doom because this has been in a previous Predator movie and it didn't work.
AVP.
Suburbia.
Oh, okay.
Following Suburbia / modern day setting.
Okay, yep.
Following a man and his son caught in between a conflict with the predators on Earth.
Okay.
That's all we know so far.
I was expecting another jungle movie from the set photos.
Yeah. But this was like really recent. That might be like maybe like flashback or something. Or oh, I don't know, a set thing. But the main thing is apparently it's meant to be taking place in Suburbia with man and his son.
Well, because I remember when they released the cast photos, it was some well-known actors.
Yeah.
And they were in kind of army gear, but they didn't really look like soldiers. That's what's interesting.
It's really, this is from like Shane Black's script and stuff. Or the people, the executives that, I think it's, it'd be Fox, Fox.
I'm excited because the very least is probably going to be different.
And that's the big thing that I can't remember the name, the CEO of, I'm pretty sure it's Fox. I had it in my show notes, but I lost them all, so I'm going off memory, and also I forgot the person whose name is. But, she said it. The script is really cool. It's very unique and hasn't been done in a Predator movie before. Even though the Suburbia man and his son thing has been done in a Predator movie before. It's called AVP 2.
Although, I mean,
that's
who
AVP,
cares?
Yeah. What do you guys think about this?
I kind of lost interest after number 1. I'm one of those people where I'm like, Predator 1 is cool, Predator 2 is but then the ones after it I'm not a big fan of. Yeah. Like, I wasn't a fan of the new ones. The new
Predators.
one, the Predator.
Predators.
No, because Predator is the original. I mean...
Predators. The newest one is called Predators.
Okay.
Yes. So Predator, Predator 2, Predators.
Okay.
And then AVP and AVP 2.
Yeah.
Oh, God, the names are so terrible.
Yeah. And the next one's called The Predator.
Ugh.
It's just awful, yeah.
Yeah. Not like... At least it's not like Predator Awakening or like Predator like...
Rebirth.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather that than this. At least it's not confusing.
That's true, yeah. Well, we live in 2017. This is the year of confusing movie titles that don't make sense. And we have 2 DC cinematic universes now. So... yeah, so you're not huge on it, Danny?
No, I mean, I will go see it because it's a Predator movie, but... I'm not going to go in expecting much.
Oh, okay.
Does it have a release date or even a...
2018.
2018.
Oh, okay, so not far away.
I think, late 2018, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to double check, but yeah. What do you think, Eric, about this?
Well, I'm excited now you reveal the plot, because I was honestly expecting just another...
jungle shooter.
Yeah, soldiers in the jungle, they get hunted.
I was excited because Shane Black's directing it, and I'm a big fan of Shane Black's work, and he's writing it, obviously, and he's a very good writer. But... yeah, I was like you. I was like, I don't want another jungle one. Like, Predators was essentially a rehash of Predator.
Yeah, more or less.
A good rehash. I actually really enjoy Predators. It's not amazing, not in any sense of the word, but I had a lot of fun with it.
It had some fun fan servicey stuff.
Yeah.
And, it did try and change it up near the end.
Yeah. And it has some pretty cool, like, genuinely really cool action scenes in there.
Yeah.
Like, some not, like...
good practical stuff.
Yeah, in terms of a good action movie, it's really good. And some likable characters. Like, not like Predator 1 cast, who you like... Which, even then, none of them are deep. They're just burly men, but they all have gimmicks about them that make them unique, which is good. Which is you don't get that often where it's like it's accepted to do that. But I didn't want a Predator 1 retread. I was like, it's been done like twice now.
Yeah.
Don't want it again. And now I was skeptical. I'm like, Suburbia, okay, it's alright. And then the man and his son thing could work, and I feel like I'm probably jumping the gun, but like I feel like if the story is this good, then it will probably work really well. And then again, we haven't... Oh, can you mute my computer, Danny?
Yeah.
People keep entering World of Warcraft and keeps notifying me. So yeah, we haven't really seen Suburbia. Like, we've seen local towns.
Well, you mentioned AVP 2, but let's be fair, we didn't see it.
Yeah, that's true.
We heard it. We didn't see
it was
anything.
too dark.
We didn't see anything in the movie.
Movie was too dark. Hey, can we get more light? Shut up, Steven. that's from like the behind the scenes of AP Requiem.
Oh really?
And the
so
DOP,
funny, it's so funny.
DOP's like, I'm getting some real dark shadows here, and the director literally says, "Shut up, Steven."
Jeez.
Yeah, it's
Like,
amazing.
Yeah, and she was like, "Well, that DOP's probably like, fuck. No, I know what set I'm on." But yeah, I'm very interested. I'm intrigued for something new, like because we've seen City done before with Predator 2 and didn't work. I know a lot of people really like Predator 2. I don't like it.
I don't mind it.
The last 15 minutes are really good. I love the last 15 minutes. Genuinely love it. But then Predators again was a retread of Predator, and AVP movies I don't really care for. So, I'm glad this is something different. Does anyone else got anything else to add to the Predator setting and plot details?
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah, you're a Predator snob though.
Yeah,
you're like, if it's not Predator 1, you don't want it.
Yeah,
and that's fair because Predator 1 I would say is an action movie masterpiece. Like it is beautifully great.
Stupidly mindless.
I would even say I wouldn't call it mindless though because it's not like blow shit up 51 the movie. It's like
Well, I mean, there is a scene where he's literally holding down the gun, shooting everything he sees in sight, and then he's so terrified he forgets to let go, and so the wheel is still spinning.
But there's Predator is a great man versus monster story.
Yeah.
But not in the whole, hey, let's just shoot shit. It's a very
Except that one scene, yeah. Everyone joins in, so we can't say let's just shoot
That is a bit dumb, but also there is I like the context of that though, where they're just okay, Mac's freaking out.
We have to kill the shit out of it.
Yeah. And it is cool to see like that. That's one of my favorite scenes where everyone just joins in and stuff. But it isn't like a Transformers mindless where it's like there's a lot of thought put into the execution of the movie.
Yeah.
Where it's more than I wouldn't say Predator's mindless because if you pay attention to it, there's a lot to pick up on, and for what all the it's one of the most memorable action movies of all time where every single action bit is stuck in your brain. It is memorable from point A to point Z.
Yeah.
And the final again Predator 2, the final 15 minutes are fucking amazing.
That still looks really good. All the effects on the Predator, especially the way it moves. Looks fantastic.
Yeah. What you doing, Dave?
Oh, never mind. It's alright. I was just gonna Google something, but it's alright.
Okay. Yes. Nothing else for Predator?
No.
Alright,
No.
so...
Do you want to segue the final topic into
we'll
main
do
topic?
We'll do...
I mean, that into...
We'll do shows first.
Okay,
shows, and then we'll go to our main topic. We'll bring back that last bit of news. We're going to put it away. So shows! Double dab! So... Rick and Morty, episode 9, the ABCs of Beth's. We'll talk about that first. What do we think about it? Oh, this episode is as the title would suggest, a Beth-focused episode.
Which I really liked.
Yeah, I like the fact that it was a Beth and Rick focused episode with a really funny Jerry and the kids side plot. It's all just about the fact that Rick created an imaginary play world for Beth when she was a kid, and she lost a friend, or a friend, air quotes, in there, and then she through a turn of events, she goes back there to find him, and then crazy fucked up shit happens.
And then she realizes that she is Rick's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the episode?
I thought it was cool.
good episode.
I'm liking some more character development for her. Because really at the moment she's just been no, my father's great. Don't diss him.
Yeah.
But also been
who am I as a person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or there's really just not been enough of Beth.
So it's been weird that, we haven't got more Beth.
Yeah.
I loved this episode. Because it felt it was cool to see an episode where Rick was in the background. He's not the focus of this episode at all. He's just there.
It's everyone but Rick.
Yeah, even then everyone else is thrown in the background. It's a pure Beth story. Yeah. And surprisingly it really works. And I loved how far they delved into the relationship between Beth and Rick. It was really cool. And it's a very fucked up episode in a very funny way. All the shit that happens in the episode with the person who had sex with all the creatures in the world,
yeah.
and then ate the babies to sustain himself, and he's full crazy and a lot of shit. I love the ending episode where it leaves the ambiguous question of, because Rick gives her Beth the option that he can create a clone of herself to stay in this world while she goes off and does whatever the hell she wants to do, because she realizes that existence is meaningless. Like much like Rick, that everything's pointless. Like, there's no point to anything. So she's like, "Oh, what do I do?" And he's like, "Oh, literally anything you want to do." And he gives her the choice of like, "I can clone you, and they can look after the kids, and you can go to whatever, or you can stay here." And it leaves it open to interpretation of what she does. What do you guys think of that?
I reckon it's meant to look like she has been cloned.
Yeah, I think she has been cloned.
But it could just be a throw-off, so I'm not sure.
And also, it's Rick and Morty. If we take anything at face value, like, you kind of... It's a fool's game.
Yeah.
Like...
They could play us while we think that they've played us.
Yeah.
So it's like a double bluff.
Yeah.
Double, triple bluff.
It was really... I liked it. It was a lot... There was a lot of secret depth in this episode, besides being a really awkward and funny episode. Because there's a lot of weird shit in this episode.
Yeah.
I went and humped this.
And then
I humped this.
And then
I humped this creature.
And it made a baby. And then I ate the baby for sustenance. It's like, yep, alright. That happened. And the little children are acting this out.
Yeah. It was cool. And the clone stuff as well, like when they're like making clones. You get a lot of depth in it. It's a good episode. Do you guys have anything else to add to this episode of Rick and Morty?
I mean, pretty much what you saw is what you got. I mean, there was a lot of depth to
the Beth.
Yeah, but nothing else. You kind of saw it and you were like, okay.
And the subplot with Morty, Summer, and Jerry was really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Don't you think that just like, I saw a screenshot of this episode, like, I think Monday, Tuesday, whatever it was. And the girlfriend of Jerry looks oddly like the monster of Beth. Like, you know, like the mental image. Just
I see bits,
at
but
least
not
the
much.
face, like the head, like the body, like
All right.
Like, I don't know if that was intentional, but when I saw that, I was like,
probably was. Yeah.
I'm like, that looks like what Jerry thinks of Beth.
Yeah.
In like that mental marriage episode.
Yeah. That's also a very good episode of Rick and Morty, by the way. I've been rewatching Rick and Morty, and that's probably one of my favorite episodes by far. Yeah, really. Anything else to add? I love the episode. But you guys anything else to add?
No.
Good episode.
It was good.
Yeah, good episode. All right, so the next show thing is Star Trek Discovery. Just came out on Netflix. Or not all of it. The first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So it's essentially a Star Trek prologue movie.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be set, I think, about 10 years before the original series.
Oh, I'm gonna show my phone. Not just the show. I mean, like these first 2 episodes. It's like a prologue movie, like a prequel to what is going to be Star Trek Discovery. So what Star Trek Discovery is, we follow my main character named Michael.
Michael Byers?
Borer. Yeah, she's a chick. Like, she's working on the USS. I forgot.
USS Discovery, I think.
No,
the
it's
USS
got an Asian name. Shenzhou, yes.
Yeah.
Underneath this other captain, Captain Georgiou.
Yeah.
And I can't remember she's a very well-known Chinese actress. Like, she's from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. The main woman behind that. She's in millions of movies.
She's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, so she's in millions of movies. And essentially this Star Trek Discovery, it's like I said, before the original Star Trek, and it's about the human and Klingon war.
Well, yeah,
or the beginnings of it.
The first bit, it was them just being like, we are discoverers.
Yeah.
Like, we are, like, continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, see how blah, 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 blah. And then they come across this
the Klingons,
this race that they haven't seen for 100 years.
Yeah. And then the Klingons are like, we're fucking you up because they had a new leader. And he's like, fuck Starfleet.
Yeah,
they're all bastards.
Yeah.
And all stuff. What, Danny? Well, Eric you haven't watched the episodes.
No, I haven't.
Danny, we watched the first 2 episodes. How much did we gush about how great
it was
Star Trek
great.
Discovery
and
was?
as someone who has seen both the original and Next Gen, I have watched bits of the other series, but
like
not
Deep
as
Space
much.
Nine and Voyage.
Yeah, and Enterprise. I've not seen that much of Enterprise.
Yeah, I've not watched any of them in full.
Yeah.
The one I've watched the most of is Next Gen, and then I watched about 10 episodes of Voyager. I realized how much I hated it, and then I didn't watch any of Deep Space Nine. I didn't watch any of Enterprise.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've seen quite a bit.
Yeah.
and I love it. Like, it's
great.
It's so Star Trek-y, but it's still TV series. Like, there's a big difference between...
It doesn't feel like a TV show, though. It feels like a movie.
But the good thing is that I can still tell that it's a Star Trek TV series.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure...
It has that level of fun. Where
yeah.
It's just like...
Because, like, compare it to the Star Trek movies, the 2009 and films, to this series.
09 Into Darkness and beyond.
Yeah. It feels very...
Similar,
but also very different in that, like, I don't know if it was intentional, but I noticed there was like a pause between, I'm not sure if it was the middle of the episode, but there was a fade to black and then a fade back to the next scene. It looked like there was supposed to be ad breaks.
Yeah.
So
they did it as like a start, like this is where when like a good point to stop the beat would be.
Yeah.
And then it continues on. Yes, like ad breaks. Yes.
Yeah, which I thought was cool.
I loved it because I am a new Star Trek fan. Because I didn't like Star Trek. I wasn't raised on it. I didn't watch it as a kid because I had Star Wars. And I was that kid who was like, Star Trek. Why the fuck would I watch Star Trek and I can watch Star Wars? But now I respect Star Trek now and I really like it. But I became a fan after the 09 Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people did. They're like, hey, Star Trek's cool. And then
J.J. Abrams made Star Trek cool.
Yeah, he made Star Trek cool. It went from being a really nerdy thing to being a cool action movie.
Yeah.
And it really good. And I became a fan and I love the new movies. The old movies not so much. But the new movies I love them to death. So now I was excited for this because the production quality on this is ridiculous.
Oh, it's great.
It's like big budget, for the most part, big budget movie production. And it has taken a lot of cues from the Abrams Star Trek movies.
Lens flares.
There's a few lens flares, and it has that just not shininess, but like
that new
feel. It has that just, they have clearly looked at the aesthetic of what J.J. Abrams created and have used that as a blueprint, but they've changed it because this Star Trek's really rustic because it's before every other Star Trek series. So like all the ships have a bit blocky now. Everything's a bit fatter and not as rustic as 70s Star Trek where everything's like intercom buttons.
Yeah.
But like it still has like screens and like everything's like still futuristic, but it's all rustic and all the ships are really blocky and just I loved it for how it's essentially a war story. Like this wasn't like this was like let's go to a planet and find life. It started off like that, and then once they brought the Klingons in, it was like, no, this is about war, but also about like who are you as a person and like legacy and like all that stuff, and like it had some great character development. And that's my high thing is that the main characters, excluding the fact you don't get to know the crew very well from the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Excluding main characters, the main protagonist, Michael Burnham, and the villains are fleshed out beautifully. Like, I am completely invested. And where the show goes, I didn't expect the show to go where it goes. I won't spoil it, but the show goes in massive ways that I didn't expect it to go. Like, we watched it with your parents, Danny, and by the end of it, we watched it with your dad, and he was like, I did not expect it to go there. And I was like, me neither. I was like, where the fuck, what? Yes, no, this new Star Trek series from the first 2 episodes is fucking amazing. I didn't expect it to be that good. Like, it is... I'd recommend it even if you hate Star Trek to watch it. Because I feel like people who hate Star Trek... It's like the 09 Star Trek. You're like, oh, if you hate Star Trek, watch 09 Star Trek and then see if you hate Star Trek. And this is the same. It's like, oh, you don't like Star Trek? Then give this a go. And if you don't like it, then you really don't like Star Trek. But this is like... It's not cheesy. It's really serious. It's got great characters and great moments. The only issue is some of the action's a bit rushed.
No, I do definitely... Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I don't really have any other negatives. Besides the fact you don't get to know the crew very well, but I think they're building up to that.
I don't think that may be her crew.
Yes, I don't think it's her crew. Like I said, when me and you were talking about it, Dane, where it's like, I feel like she'll get a ragtag crew later on. Because Burnham is the new captain. Like... Not spoilers, because we all know she's the new captain.
Just because she's the
marketing, You got the main character of Star Trek has to be a captain, otherwise, what is it?
Yeah. Eric, have you seen any other Star Trek, anything Star Trek related aside from the films?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you went in watching the Star Trek movies with like completely clean eyes. No.
Yeah.
Did you ever like? Did you deliberately not watch it, or did you just never introduced to it?
It just never happened. Yeah, just never introduced to it.
That was me. Like my parents didn't bother introducing me to it. And then they're like, oh, yeah, it's this shitty show we used to watch when we were young. It's like,
and then it was a shitty show that I used to watch when I was younger.
Yeah.
That I watch now still.
yeah. Would you be keen on watching Discovery, Eric? Or like,
I might give it a go, yeah.
I'd say if you watch the first 2 episodes, and if you're not hooked by then like, just don't bother watch. But the first 2 episodes are genuinely great. And the title sequence.
Oh, the title sequence is so cool.
Beautiful.
Oh, and also, I noticed that it is
Also great music.
The executive producer. One of them is Gene Roddenberry's son.
Gene Roddenberry, for those who don't know, is the guy who created Star Trek back in the 70s.
Eugene.
Yeah.
Roddenberry.
No, the music in Star Trek Discovery is also fucking beautiful.
It's new, but it's also still Star Trek.
Yeah.
Which I like.
There's so many things I like about it, and I'm like so keen to come back to it now. Well, it's not like, oh, I'll watch Star Trek. I'm like, no, I will watch Star Trek weekly, because I need to get on that shit. And that's weird, because like, I didn't think I'd be like that with this, because I was like, it's probably going to be alright. Besides sometimes where it's a bit, like the CGI is a bit video gamey sometimes, so you can tell it's 3D modelling and all that shit. Besides that, mint Star Trek.
Wait, speaking of space, Australia now have our own research and
See, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's real or not. Is it real?
I've just found it. I don't know.
So Eric's going to build up to what it's called.
So yeah, Australia, we now have our own space. What would you call it? Agency, I guess.
What's it called? What's like the full title?
Australian Research and Space Exploration.
What's
acronymed to
ARS.
ARS? A-R-S-E.
I have a feeling it's fake, but for the love of God, I hope it's real, because that's the most Australian thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like,
so I've just found one on Facebook and it's got so many likes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well...
It's like it makes it be real.
I want it to be real, but at the same time...
It's so Australian.
I know.
It's just like...
I like ARS, like A-R-S-E, not
Yeah,
just
not
A-S-S.
A-A-S.
It's like, what's our space program called? ARS.
Like, there's NASA.
So if it's ever
To be
bad...
fair, it's pretty fitting for our space
I was
program.
gonna say-
Like, how's it going to be? It's going to be pretty arse.
I was about to say, like, if it's bad, well, they can't blame themselves. It's in the title. It's so good. I hope it's real. Does anyone know, if anyone's listening and they actually know if it's real or fake, comment, because I can't go through life not knowing. But yes, Danny, do you have anything else to add to Star Trek? Or Eric in general? Like...
I love all Star Trek and everything Star Trek related, so I have zero negatives towards it.
Okay.
I love arse.
Don't we all? I enjoyed Discovery a lot, and that's coming from someone who's not an old school Star Trek fan. Alright, so we'll move on we'll go back to that bit of news. Oh, do you have any show stuff you want to mention? Or?
No, I haven't been watching much.
Oh, did you start watching BoJack? Or finish watching BoJack?
Oh, what's the new season?
Oh, is that any good?
New season's good, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Alright, so there was a bit of news we left out because it's going to tie into our main topic, boys. And that is about a week, 2 weeks ago? A week ago.
Yeah.
We got a trailer for the...
About a week, yeah.
Yeah, for the live-action Tomb Raider movie.
Again.
A new
one.
Raider.
Starring Alicia Vikander or something like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I apologise. But
The girl from X Mark and Mar, was that her?
Yes, yeah, she plays the robot.
Oh!
Yeah.
Alright.
That's where I've seen it from. Shit. Yeah, so this new Tomb Raider movie trailer came out. It's a 2-minute trailer. What did we think about the trailer?
It looks...
Oh, it's pretty mediocre, to be honest.
Yep, looks pretty shit.
It looks terrible. Like, my comment before was, it looks so gamey, it's terrible. Like, not in a good way. Like, I just...
Not like Ready Player One, where it looks video gamey, but that's because Ready Player One's meant to look video...
But this
not like
looks...
Scott Pilgrim, where it looks video gamey, but that's
it's
just
meant, it's meant to be. This looks like it's meant to be a film that's like, oh, it's a video game also, but it's like, it's terrible because it's a video game cinematic.
This looks like a C-grade action film from the year 2006.
It looks very fanny, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Very fan-made.
It looks flat as shit. Like, this is meant to be also to clarify, this is meant to be a film adaptation of the recent Tomb Raider reboot, which a lot of people love, and I...
2013 one? Yeah, 2013.
Not Rise of Tomb Raider, but one that's simply just called Tomb Raider, which I love, and you love it, I'm pretty sure as well, yeah. And Danny, you weren't that big on it?
No, I wasn't that wrapped on that.
I feel like you should give it another go, just because it's fucking amazing. No, actually, but like, this is meant to be an adaptation of that. The big issue with that is, it's very hard to take a story that's 14 hours long and condense it into a 2-hour long movie. It doesn't happen. It's very.
I don't think
rare.
it would be too hard for this, but it just looks like they're adding unnecessary stuff.
Yeah.
They're making it more.
It looks like a C-grade action movie. Like, it doesn't look like what Tomb Raider is, like, especially the remake, which is a story about survival, where it's like an unwitting person, like just a normal person, gets put in the worst situation humanly possible for them, and they have to fight to get out of it and become like a badass, but not in like I blew up this building and have sunglasses badass. It's like I stabbed a guy in the face with a fucking climbing hook, and then like almost got raped but didn't, like that type of shit, because that happens in the game. Yeah, so like, is there anything else wrong? Like, I do not like the trailer. Like, it looked boring as shit. Like,
just looks too generic.
I'm gonna go see it, probably just like same reason why I saw Assassin's Creed, because I fucking can. But like, yeah, what do you guys think about the appearance of the new Tomb? Like, what do you guys think about her, what she looks like?
She looks like young Tomb Raider.
It looks like 2013 Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Dressed her up exactly like her.
It's a bit, it's not shameless, but it looks like a little too similar to her. She, like you said, and also you said, Eric, when we were talking earlier, she looks way too skinny. Like, way, like, even...
It's weird because, like, she's toned.
Yeah, she's got muscle.
She just looks too skinny, yeah. And, like, even 2013 Lara Croft didn't look like that.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird, yeah.
Big issue I have is a lot of the action looks fake. And I know action, like, that's a very dumb complaint, but so many of the scenes where it's a big effect scene, it looks like it's on a soundstage. Now, granted, this is a trailer. They have time to fix up the effects and post. Like, in Terminator Genesis, one of the trailers had, like, really shitty CGI. But then in the movie, the shit CGI was cleaned up quite a bit. But this was, like... The plane jump scene looked, like, really bad. The one where she jumps off, like, a falling rock thing and then, like, hooks onto, like,
I don't
the
mind
wall.
it too much.
I don't mind... Like, the falling... The falling, like, tomb bit, that I can see, okay, it's fair, use a soundstage. The plane one, I feel like that could be, like, with a lot of money and props and shit, that could be recreated, like, actually recreated, to a point where you could have her on a derelict plane wing, and you could have it falling as she's running. Like, if Nolan was doing this, he would have created a derelict thing and been like, alright, you're gonna run and then jump and then land on here. But because it's a fucking normal video game movie, it's like, oh yeah, don't worry about it, we're just going to put you on a soundstage. And I feel like if you're going to use like lots of soundstages, you need to do the best you can to make it look like it's not a soundstage. And this doesn't do it. It looks fake as shit.
It's coming out March, isn't it? So it's not too far away.
Yeah. And also the tone was it was very, let's go blow shit up, woo! Let's go find tombs, woo! And blow shit up. It's like, maybe for the old school Tomb Raider style, but not like...
It's trying to combine the two and it's just not working.
Yeah, and the really bad attempts at comedy where it's like someone's like, oh, it's like, it'll be an adventure. It's like, death's not an adventure. It's like, line delivery's a bit off there, and like Nick Frost's character, who's in the movie apparently, he just says things.
He seems very out of place.
Yeah.
Like, what was your comment, Eric, about like that bit in the trailer with Nick Frost and...
Oh, the guns, yeah. That's got to be at the end of the movie.
At the very end, or it's like just before the final action scene. It's just, it does not look good at all. Like, do you guys have anything else to add?
Wait, was I imagining, or in that scene, did she have her hair braided?
Braided.
Yeah, so like classic Tomb Raider as well.
Yeah.
I'm not excited. Like, I'm curious to see if it will actually be good, because again, the main chick, she's a good actress. And
to be fair, like, Angelina Jolie is as well. Like, she's done a lot of crap movies, but she has won an Academy Award as well.
Yeah. And this might be weird. I actually really enjoy the first Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider movie. I'm not saying it's good. It's not good. But I find it a really fun movie to watch. Like,
I've never actually seen it completely, or I haven't
it is
seen
the
it
epitome of a 90s action movie. But in that sense, it's not bad to watch. Like,
it's fun,
It's really fun to watch. Sequel, not so much, but...
I would say that's in the original, but yeah.
And it's got some hilarious... If any movie ends on a freeze frame...
Yeah, the Chris Barry's amazing. I love the fact they got him for that movie. Yeah. It's so good.
And, like... It's got Jorah in it from Game of Thrones. He plays the main villain.
Oh, yeah, and he's American, and she's English, even though the actors are...
And Daniel Craig is in it, and he plays an American as well.
Oh, no, it's Daniel Craig I was thinking of, not England.
Yeah, he plays a goon.
Oh.
Yeah. And,
he's American, yeah.
And Angelina Jolie's dad's in it as well, and all that stuff.
The Voightster,
Yeah. I really enjoy the original engine. We'll get into that in our main topic because I really enjoy the original Tomb Raider. It's not good, but I love watching it. Yes. Anything final thoughts on the new Tomb Raider movie that looks very subpar?
No.
I also feel that big thing is we've been burnt a little too much by video game movies now, especially modern ones where it's like
New Assassin's Creed didn't help.
Yeah, where it's like looked terrible. Amazing in trailer, or looked okay in the trailer. We were like, it'll probably be better, and then we've gone and watched them and like, no, it wasn't. It was pretty shit. Happened again. To the point where like Jeremy Jahns said in his review, it's like if it looks bad, it doesn't look that good. It's okay to say it doesn't look that good. We should stop giving video game movies the benefit of the doubt. And I completely agree. I feel like we should stop being like, oh, it could be good. The trailer wasn't that good though, but it could still be good. It's pray for video game movies. We've been burnt 99% of the time, and it's like time to stop being like stupid. But yes, any final thoughts do you guys have?
No,
wait and see. It's probably going to be not good.
Average at best, I'm assuming.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. This segues into our main topic. As video game movies as a genre. So we're going to talk about ones we've seen. Not every single one, because we obviously can't remember them. Ones we've seen, what we think about the genre in general. Ones we don't like.
I don't like Pixels.
That is technically a video game movie.
That?
Yeah, I did watch it.
Oh dear.
I didn't pay to see it.
Oh
yeah,
that's
that's
why I didn't see it in cinemas.
That's why I didn't see anything. I was like, I'm not giving Adam Sandler my money.
And it fucking dares to have a go at The Last of Us in one scene. It's so funny.
Oh, really?
Because they're like, because there's a scene where Adam Sandler's son, the woman he wants to have sex with, her son, is playing a game. It's supposed to be like, in video games, back then they didn't have money and it's all about patterns and they're smart.
Yeah.
Like, The Last of Us is hard and you do need to think about it. It's not mindless.
Yeah.
And it's just really jarring as he's talking about it.
Well. But yeah, so we're going to talk about the genre, what we think about the genre. Ones video game movies, ones we don't like. But also, video game movies that we would like to see. Like ones that are not just ones that are coming out, like ones we'd like think would be a video game that would actually lend itself to being a good movie. So we'll first open it to video game movies as a genre. What do we think about them?
I don't.
Like individually.
Most of them are pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they've had their chance countless times, as you said.
Yeah.
And they just for some reason don't work.
I kind of find it interesting though, just because like video game movies have actually had phases. We've had 90s cheese that are still fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the bowl movies, which are pretty much their own like genre, because there's been so damn many, and now we've got modern ones,
which again
are getting better at filmmaking, but they're just so dull.
Terrible.
They're so like focus tested.
Yeah, and they're like, and there's a theory I have about that, but we'll get into that later. Yeah, so like I agree with that. Like, yeah, video game movies, a good one, at least an enjoyable one, comes one in a million. Where it's like one will come out where it's like I can have fun with this, and the original Tomb Raider, the Mortal Kombat movie, I can have fun with. Technically, they're not video game adaptions, but they're part of video game franchises, and they're canon to them. The Final Fantasy movies, so Advent Children and Kingsglaive. Spirits Within can fuck right off.
Oh, dude, Spirits Within, like, the concept's so good.
Yeah, it's a great
But it just doesn't work at all.
No. I feel like if it was a live action movie, it'd be fucking amazing. Those movies I can really run with, especially Kingsglaive. I actually really enjoyed.
I actually finally watched that the other week, and I really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it a lot more the second time. The first time I was like, yeah. The second time I'm like, it actually really grew on me.
With video game movies, you pretty much have to look at like the few things they do well. So something like Street Fighter, it's not a good movie.
It does cheese
Raul Julia
is
a really good bison in that.
Yeah, and it does cheese really well. Like, same with the MK movie.
Yeah.
Does cheese beautifully, but it's entertaining.
The CGI is fucking awful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And,
that's the first one. We're not even talking about the second one.
Yeah. Isn't there 3 Mortal Kombat movies? 'Cause there's Annihilation.
There's only 2 proper ones.
Oh, yes.
Because they made a series.
Yeah, that YouTube series.
Was it Machinima?
Yeah, Machinima made it and like released it on YouTube. Did you guys watch that?
I've seen a little bit of it.
It was genuinely
remember.
great in parts.
I was actually planning on watching it, but I just never got to.
It was, depending on what episode it was legit great at certain parts. There were some really bad episodes where it's really shit. But like the Sub-Zero Scorpion stuff was amazing. Like, really enjoyed watching that. But yeah, like that stuff. I'm always interested to see from the genre, because I've always been saying like, you can get that there are video games that have stories that can easily be adapted to screen. It's just there's a big barrier between the two, and that is like
picking the right director.
That, but as of recently, I'd say yes, but that hasn't helped because Assassin's Creed had a great director behind it.
Well, I was
Fucking
more
terrible
just
movie.
saying having a director that maybe knows the franchise and
Yeah.
knows what the fans want because they
And
are
just
a
doesn't
fan
hate
themselves.
games.
Yeah.
Or just knows about games in general.
I think that's true, but I also think the big issue with video game movies is that when they're making it, they're too worried about fans of the video game, and they're too worried about keeping it close to the video game, and then they forget it's like adapting a book, an anime, it's adapting anything. Those aren't written to be films.
Yeah.
They're written to be books, shows, and games. They're all different. That's like when someone comes to me, it's like, or when someone talks to someone about a book, they're like, a book adaptation, like, they didn't put everything in the book in. It's like, well, then if they did, it'd be a 7-hour-long movie.
You could probably blame just studio interference and just getting... Because I learned more about it, and this is really interesting, is the Silent Hill movie came out in 2006, and the director absolutely loves Silent Hill.
Yeah.
And he was petitioning Konami to get the rights for 5 years. So after Silent Hill 2, he was trying to get the rights to the games for it.
Yeah.
And I'm not huge on the first Silent Hill film, but it's interesting hearing a lot of stuff because like a lot of people love it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it does do atmosphere quite well.
I think it's one of the... It's not one of the ones where you want to kill yourself watching it.
No.
There is enjoyment to be found.
But hearing
not
about
great
like...
enjoyment, though.
You know, you've seen it, so the Sean Bean scenes.
Yeah.
They really don't need them at all.
No.
That was put in because an executive or someone higher up said, holy shit, there's no men in this film.
Yeah.
Like, straight up said, there's just no men in this film.
What?
And that's why they chucked it in. Because there's not. Because except for Sean Bean and the officer he's with, there's no important men in the film.
Yeah. And they freaked out.
Yeah, and that's what just padded the film out.
That wouldn't happen today, I think. I feel like...
they could get away with it, but yeah.
But I feel like that's a big thing is, like, the film creators... Student interference is another really big one. But film creators they're too worried about staying close to the game, and then they get stuck too close to the game that they create something that is just a condensed version of a game, but doesn't have what it needs to be a good movie. So, like, as you said, Eric, new video game movies have gotten good at being shot well and looking nice, but then they don't factor in...
They've gotten good actors to play them.
But they don't factor in taking the story and making a good film story out of it. Where it's like, Assassin's Creed's big issue was that it tried to take the original story of what was Assassin's Creed 1, which is a 16-hour-long game.
I think the problem is I just don't think any of them have had good writers.
Yeah, and like, I'll even, like, I know, Dave, you've seen Warcraft. Have you seen Warcraft?
No, I haven't seen Warcraft.
I genuinely really enjoy Warcraft. I would not call it a great movie. I would barely call it a good movie. Actually, no, I would call it a good movie because it has at least very high attempts at trying to make something that's amazing. And they really did try, and I'm sad that we're not getting the sequels that they wanted to do. But the big issue I would throw with that is, again, like, it's written pretty badly as a story. So there's times where I can be like, I'm just gonna watch this for fun. But if I like slightly peer at it, like, oh, how is this as an actual movie? I'm like, oh, well, there are the writing flaws, and there's the story flaws, and then there's all the fucking problems with this movie. And that happens with every video game movie.
I kind of do like video game movies just to make fun of them.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You do it so well. I was just thinking about like something like Doom. How fun is it watching Doom and then like watching as they've written it and as they've been like, oh shit, we don't have a villain, and they're like, oh, we'll just turn the Rock into the villain, and it just comes out of nowhere. That's
Doom
so good.
movie is like a hidden treasure.
Oh, it's so boring.
It's
I don't
so
like
bad.
the Doom movie. It's boring.
It's so bad, but I love how like
I love that bit, and I love when Carl Urban fights the Rock. That's funny.
I love how batshit it is.
And the BFG is pretty cool on that.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's blue, but
And the first-person shooter sequence.
I like that more. Watch it again.
Yeah.
It's ballsy.
Have you seen the Doom movie?
No, I haven't actually.
It's so bad. No, yeah, like this is like the big issue is like adapting video games to movies isn't just take the core story. It's like you need to take that story and change it to a point where it fits a movie. Like Lord of the Rings is a good example. They didn't copy paste the book. They were like, there's a million changes to Lord of the Rings. Like how long the time period is one of the biggest ones from the book to the movie. The book takes over like 80 years or something.
Oh, it takes, like 30 at least.
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, no. I'd say 40 years.
Yeah. And like, the movie was like, it's a bit stupid. Oh, for the book it works, but for a movie that wouldn't work.
Yeah, the time
so they
jump
changed it.
Yeah.
People who make video game movies need to do that. So it's like, hey, like let's say all that. Are they still making the Last of Us movie?
I think it's stuck in development hell at the moment because I believe the script's written. They don't have a director or anyone actually acting in it in the moment.
So like, if you're doing Last of Us, it's like, okay, this is taking place over 4 seasons and broken up out of all these things. Find the key points where it's like, what is the main important thing of like each season, and have that be like the act, where it's like, instead of having like, oh, they went from here to here to here, take anything like the important bit and then do that, but then change it to fit the pacing and how the structure of a cinematic experience.
You know, one of the worst things about them is
What?
video game movies. They just absolutely do not obey the rule of show don't tell.
Yeah,
They
no.
never do it. They
Yeah,
just
no.
always have to tell you everything.
And they're like, that's the thing, like they always try and fit the lore again of a 16 or 20 hour long game into a 2 hour long movie. You can't do that. It's a different art form. It's like trying to fit again like a 500-page book into a 2 hour movie. You couldn't do it. You have to cut shit out because that's adaptation 101. You can't keep everything, and that's the big issue with it. Do you have any like
About video game movies that have come out?
Yeah.
Well, see, I haven't actually watched that many. I think I've watched, like, from memory, I've watched about 3. I've watched...
It's so many. You're
I've
lucky.
watched-
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've watched the Tekken one, which is god-awful.
I enjoy it.
Is it Tekken one animated or live action?
There's a live
There's
action.
2 different
haven't seen
types.
either
There's
of
an
them.
animated one and then there's
The
a live
animated
action
one is just like a 2 hour long Tekken cutscene.
Yeah, essentially.
It's alright. It's got a really wicked fight between Devil Jin and Devil Kazuya at the end.
Oh, right.
And it's awesome. But no, the live action Tekken movie.
Yeah.
It's so bad. But that's like cheesy bad though. Where like
I just-
they didn't I feel like the Tekken live action movie is perfect. Because Tekken is cheesy and campy as it is. So
Yeah.
like, how do we make it? They're like, let's make a cheesy and campy version of it as a movie, and I feel like they actually did it pretty well. It's a terrible movie, but it pulls the cheesy and campiness off beautifully, like, except for poor character representation.
Oh, yeah.
Very poor character representation. Like none of them are actually the video game character.
No.
Like, Law is really bad, and like Paul looks really odd.
Paul's just not there. Like
The only one that's accurate is Brian. I remember Brian is the only one who's accurate, where it's like, that is a crazy cybernetic madman. Is Hayashi's in it. Is Yoshi in it? I don't remember if Yoshi
No,
is.
I don't think he is.
Oh, that's weird. What other video game movies have you seen, Danny?
Assassin's Creed and Warcraft.
Oh, so new ones.
I thought...
Have you seen Assassin's Creed?
No.
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out if I've seen any other ones, but I don't think I...
Any of the Resident Evils?
Nah.
Okay.
Oh,
We'll have a brief segment. We'll talk about
Yeah,
Resident Evils. Me and Eric
no.
have seen all the... Oh, we
Have
haven't
you seen the newest one?
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't either.
Okay. I'm tempted because I saw it in the bargain bin at JB Hi-Fi to buy it. We can just sit down and finally say we've seen all the Resident Evil movies.
Oh, if you're up for it, yeah, why not?
Yeah. And then I'll burn the Blu-ray. Because I don't want to be that guy who's known for owning Resident Evil, the final chapter, on Blu-ray.
Just that, yeah.
Best day. Like,
I'm just trying to figure out what any other films there are. Like, I can't think of any apart from the Mortal Kombat ones and the Street Fighter ones.
Blood Rain.
Blood Rain. Have you seen Blood Rain?
No.
I haven't seen Blood Rain
Oh,
either.
Blood Rain's terrible, but it's fun.
Um,
It's got good actors who do terrible, terrible
Dawn-
jobs.
Dawn of the Dead. No, Dawn of the Dead. Is it Day of the Dead? Oh, House of the Dead. House of the Dead.
House of the Dead.
Have you seen any of the
so
Yule Ball
fucking
ones?
bad.
Any of the what one?
Have you seen any of the Yule Ball ones?
No.
Because the
Don't see House of the Dead, yeah.
No, House of the Dead.
Some of his films are kind of fun. Don't see House of the Dead. House of the Dead's fucking awful.
Is there? I swear there's a Time Crisis movie, or there was, but it didn't happen. Have you seen the Super Mario Brothers movie?
No, I haven't.
I need to see that, yeah.
I know
I've
I
seen
need to
half of
see
it.
that. Yeah.
I've seen half of it, and it is as bad as everyone says it is. But it's a cult movie now, where it's
That's-
like it's
yeah.
fun. It's like The Room. It's fun to watch it because it's how bad it is. There's a few others. You haven't seen Assassin's Creed, hey? Or
No.
it's not good. Like, the big issue is
I saw Prince of Persia, so I'm like, I may as well have seen
yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, no, I have seen
To
Prince
be
of Persia.
honest, I would rather watch Prince of Persia any day over Assassin's Creed.
Oh, absolutely.
I was so bored during that movie. I
It's
was
boring,
So bored.
but I at least remember shit from it. where like I remember certain set piece action bits, like the ostrich racing and like all that stuff.
I remember thinking back to like what happened to the lead woman in that, because like, you don't see her in movies anymore. Because I remember she was really big around Gemma something. Or other.
She was from like the Mummy and all that. Yeah,
was she?
Yeah,
okay.
she was like the main femme from the Mummy. No, Assassin's Creed is downright bad, but not because it's like it's like a 90s video game movie bad. It's bad because it tries so fucking hard to be serious, and it becomes one of the most boring movies I've ever seen.
Have you seen Silent Hill Revelation?
Yeah, that's also garbage. Like that's
it's garbage, but it's funny because it feels like a fan film.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, Assassin's Creed, and Danny can attest to it. It's like, it's so, like the first half is okay. You're like, I can see where they're going, and I'm slightly enjoying myself. The second half, you're just like, you like everything that happens. You're like, what? Like, what? And none of the character motivations are conveyed clearly. Every character is a boring I just do this. Michael Fassbender's just himself. Like he's playing himself.
Yeah.
He's just like, if you take like what Michael Fassbender, he's a brilliant actor and I love him and stuff. You think of what he is on a face level, like he has the British quips where he's like, yeah, and he has the like slow turning and like the evil grin type shit. That's exactly what he plays. Nothing deeper than that. Jeremy Irons is just Jeremy Irons saying shit in his menacing voice where he's just like,
You're kind of old and you're kind of scary.
Marion Cotillard is just, I have a cool voice and I will dead stare at the camera until the day I die. Like, yes, I know you're an Oscar-winning actress, but like, just because like that, like she just dead stares the camera and just keeps telling people how important they are. That's all she does. And every other character is just like, I'm cool black guy who's in this facility because I am also smart, street smart, because I'm the black guy. And then, and then there's the dad who's like, I've done things, son. That's all you know. And like, there's all this other shit where it's like, it ham-fists you with all this drama to the point like none of it's viable at all, and none of it makes sense. Like it's just like, why is this a thing? Like, the Animus scenes are god awful.
Oh yeah, see, like I remember your comment, like resonated with me just because it was like you said there was too much cutting backwards and forward between the Animus and the dream memory sequence.
In an Assassin's Creed movie, they only go into the Animus.
Yeah, I heard about this. Yeah, it's really bad.
A third of the movie is in the Animus, and none of the story is served in the Animus. The Animus is a device for action scenes. Literally, that's what they use. I'm like,
holy shit! I just know what they've done here.
What?
Everyone expected the Spanish Inquisition, so they didn't give it to the audience.
Yeah, and like, I feel like it like against student interference, it's like the student's like, well, we need to have exciting action scenes, and then they're like, okay, but all the plot in an Assassin's Creed game, for the most part, happens in the Animus. Like, we only cut back to the real world, to reflect on it, and to reflect on it.
Yeah, to save.
Yeah, to save it, but also like to be like, oh, so they're like, oh, this information we've gathered, all this plot we've gathered from the Animus, but instead they flipped it, so it's like, the action is the Animus, and then they go back to the real world. That's all really badly saturated in grey, and it's just like, well, cool, yeah, and then the action scenes aren't worth watching at all.
No.
Like, they've done impressive stunt work. The issue is they've cut it together like it's Taken 3 action, where it's just like, every 2 seconds there's a cut where it's like cut, and they can't stop it, and shaky cam literally every 2 seconds, and no blood whatsoever, and if it is, it's tiny little.
Doesn't surprise me. Yeah,
it's just like, it's one of those. It feels like it takes itself so seriously,
which a lot of these movies do.
Yeah, where it's like, but to the point where it's like it becomes so stuck in itself, where it's just like, oh, we're an Assassin's Creed movie, apples and shit, fucking. Ooh, and like it's so face level, but it tries to be really like it's a serious movie about who are you, but it's got the depth of like a 10-year-old screenplay, like someone in a writing class is like, I'm gonna write an Assassin's Creed movie, and then that's what the Assassin's Creed movie ended up being. You haven't seen Warcraft either yet.
No,
that's really good. Not really good.
I liked Warcraft.
I don't say worth watching. It's got a lot of merit to it. it just has a weak story, which is the big. Oh, half of the story is really weak. The other half is actually genuinely really strong. The orc shit's amazing. The human stuff, which is kind of shit, not worth watching. What else did you see? What was the other one you mentioned, Danny? What's the other video?
Tekken?
Yeah, we were talking about Tekken.
And Prince of Persia and Assassin's Creed and Warcraft.
Okay, so what do you like about Prince of Persia?
Oh, I just thought it was really boring. There's a problem is a lot of these movies are just way too long.
Yeah, and just boring in general. They don't take the fun things of the concept
No.
of the video game and add it to the film. We'll talk about Resident Evil. What do you think about Resident Evil, Eric?
What, as a whole, the movies?
Yeah, or like a quick rundown of like what do you think about each movie?
I don't mind the first one because I
First
think
one's
it's a decent horror movie. It's
Yeah.
got some bad CGI, but
some-
it works as a companion movie.
Yeah.
And I like game movies that can do that.
Yeah, it's got some questionable choices, but I can have fun with the first Resi movie.
Yeah, so
I can have fun with the first 3 Resi movies. I actually genuinely enjoy them. Like they then like Tomb Raider, they're not good, but I can have fun with them, and I can see like it wasn't soulless. Like they were trying to at least make a fun movie. What do you think about Apocalypse? The sequel?
I don't. Everyone likes Apocalypse.
Yeah,
That's why
I
don't like
thought you don't like
I don't like
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse,
What,
yeah.
what do you like about it?
Because as I said, the first one is more like a companion. This is more like, okay, let's actually make a movie based on it.
Yeah.
And I just thought they did a really, really bad job.
Oh, fair enough.
I just don't really like anything about it.
I don't like the Nemesis shit.
Yeah,
the
I
Nemesis,
don't like the tone of it.
Yeah, it tried to be like the Resident Evil 2
Yeah.
of like the movies. I do like certain things. I do like the hecticness of it. I like certain I like the whenever Nemesis showed up if they didn't go into his story when him as a presence was cool. I love the prosthetics of him. He looked really cool. When they went into his story, it was like, yeah, that's not Nemesis, but okay, it's all right. And the Mila Jovovich superpower stuff is kind of fun to watch.
But they just kind of like, oh, who cares about that the next
yeah,
movie?
yeah, oh yeah. I liked it. I wouldn't watch it every day, but I do enjoy Apocalypse. But I do see why it is when like pretty garbage. What do you think about Extinction?
I don't really care about Extinction.
I
don't hate it. I don't really like it
I
at all.
actually really enjoy Extinction. Maybe not as a great movie, but I like the aesthetic that the whole world's died and become a desert
Until the next movie.
Until the next movie. But I actually thought it was a cool survival movie. It was pretty enjoyable action sequences, shitty characters, and a pretty terrible Claire Redfield. But like
Ian Glen's alright in that movie.
oh yeah. But like.
And a terrible Wesker, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't in. Wesker wasn't in that one.
Yeah, he's in Extinction for a bit, yeah. Because when they had that
in the
conversation
tables,
underground,
yeah.
Chairman Wesker.
Yeah. I enjoy it. I enjoy like the aesthetic of it, and like it's got some cool stuff, but not great stuff. What's the next one?
Afterlife.
Oh no, I used to love Afterlife. Now I realized how fucking terrible.
I know, but it's fun, isn't it?
It's fun.
It is fun. Yeah.
It has some of the most ridiculous action I've seen. In a
I know
movie.
it's fun though.
Like the coin shotgun.
Yeah.
And like I love how badass that scene is, where it's like the dude busts in and it's like all the slow-mo rain and it's just like brutal. I saw that in IMAX 3D, and I was like, dude,
Like I try so hard, but it's so funny.
yeah, like
And just like that's when it starts to take from the games.
yeah, like
We want to be 5, kind of.
yeah. Oh, and I actually really. When people are like, it's a terrible Wesker, I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
the Wesker's so good.
Yeah, I was like, okay, like, have you actually played a Resi game?
That's
like,
what he's like.
Wesker is exactly like that.
It's so good.
They got him perfectly
I know.
in the movie.
That's what I mean. Like you need to take little bits from this movie.
Yeah.
Like we have got a good on-screen Wesker.
Yeah, and I legit, the fight between, again, like Alice, Chris, and Wesker, I really liked that fight. It was, no, it was Claire, Chris, and Wesker, I believe. And then Alice shows up later. That fight was actually really cool. Like, even had the glasses throw, he's like, throws the glasses.
And the red eyes, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, as a Resi fan, I was like, okay, I won't lie, I actually really enjoy watching this right now. It has some just, like, some of the best ridiculous I actually think Aftermath is, like, the most fun. Where, like,
Oh, yeah, 100%.
they're like, fuck, like, trying to make a good Resi movie, let's just have fun with it. And it was actually the one with that approach that actually worked.
Yeah, that's why, because, you know,
Yeah.
all the modern video game movies are so cynical.
Yeah.
They're just hard to enjoy.
Yeah. But no, I really liked it. It's not good, but I love watching it. It's like the dumbest movie ever. What was the one after that? Retribution.
Yeah.
That is actual garbage.
Yeah.
Like, genuine garbage. Like, it's just video game set pieces after video game set piece after video game set piece with shitty characters. And possibly the worst Leon Kennedy you could have
He sucks,
on screen. And Ada Wong as well. And Barry Burton. Oh, all these classic Resident
I think actually Ada Wong's probably the worst, just because just the way she acts, she's like to figure like Ada Wong.
Yeah,
she's like really timid and like kind of scared.
And I'm like, Ada Wong's like menacing.
And it doesn't fit because she's still wearing the dress in that movie.
Yeah, and like Barry Burton's just crazy Russian. Like that dude he plays like dicks in every movie where it's like he plays. No, not Bob. He hasn't played Blob in X-Men Origins, but he's in so many movies. He always plays like douche characters. I was like, Barry Burton's like a lovable like dad character in the games. He's like, I'm just a grizzled dad, and then like in the movie he's like a genuine asshole.
I'm not a fan of any of their adaptation to the characters.
Yeah, I think
any of the movies,
except
Wesker. Yeah,
Wesker
any of the main characters. Yeah,
like Chris is just like he has no charm.
It's like, oh look, it's a dude from Prison Break.
Yeah, and like Alice is a unique character, so that doesn't count. But like Claire's
pretty annoying.
Claire has no personality. She's just like, I am Jill is again like she's just like, I'm hot female character. It's just like, all right, cool. And again, like Ada and Leon and Barry are all fucked up. So it's like, and all the original characters of the movie are very annoying. Like Kmart and all those guys and Gabriel and actually Gabriel's kind of cool because he's like that guy from The Mummy. He's badass. But like all those characters are just like and then again we haven't seen the final chapter.
Although once again, I got back to that movie. You've got to take away the good. It's got President Wesker at the end.
Oh, true.
Which is just ridiculous, but it's so good.
Apparently, final chapter's the worst out of all of them. It's probably like a really bad Fury Road ripoff, which is like, and really badly edited and all that shit. That's but like, yeah, the Resident Evil movies are alright. Not all of them are garbage. Like I enjoy a few of them, and they're guilty pleasures. Like,
yeah, why not?
What are other video game movies?
Postal, I've seen that.
I didn't know the Postal movie.
There's a Postal movie, yeah. It's
you don't see the Angry Birds movie?
Bowl.
Oh,
yes,
that movie.
I saw that.
I don't think I watched it all, but I watched like about 3/4 of it.
Was it as bad as everyone said it was?
I didn't think it was at all because it's short. It's not short, but it's 90 minutes long.
Oh yeah.
It I remember right. It's got a couple good jokes, but it's just really inoffensive. Like they don't try. But
oh yeah. What's another? I know there's a few others. There's a few others.
I should have written a list because I would have had so many to go through.
Oh,
I actually remember them.
Then get a list of video game movies up.
Okay.
Just any video game movie that's ever existed, go. While we think about any. Oh, there's a few Halo movies, but they're not AAA ventures. They're like.
Have you seen the Far Cry movie?
Is it a Far Cry movie?
Yeah, all bowl again.
Oh, I thought so. There's a few Halo. There's Halo Forward Unto Dawn.
Oh yeah, I never seen that.
Not very good. Then there's Halo Nightfall, which I watched the first episode of. Was like a mini series. It was alright. It's got Luke Cage.
Yeah,
he plays Spartan Locke.
Yeah.
So that was when Halo was starting to get like.
Apparently, there's a
Metal Gear Solid. Metal Solid.
Apparently, there's a Wing Commander film.
Yes, I've seen Wing Commander when I was like 12. I really liked it. That's because I have a soft spot for like space fighter movies where it's like where it's like Battlestar Galactica type shit.
Yeah.
I have a soft spot for that type of stuff.
Double Dragon, I've seen that.
Oh, there's a Double Dragon movie?
Yeah.
Keep going, Dave. What's more?
Dead or Alive.
Yes, I've seen that.
That's your ball.
DOA, Dead or Alive.
No, it's not.
Oh, really?
No, it's not. It's really dumb, but it's fun.
Alright.
Oh, there was a Far Cry movie.
Yeah,
That's
Eric
right.
mentioned it. It's a Yule Ball one.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's probably got awful.
Max Payne.
Yes, I've seen Max
Is
Payne.
that right? I haven't seen it.
No, not really.
Okay.
Need for Speed.
Yes, I've seen Need for Speed as well.
I haven't seen
Need
that.
for Speed is very like it
looked.
I mean,
terrible.
well, how can you? It's Need for Speed. It's a racing game. Like, how can you really adapt it? Yeah,
It's just a movie based on the name.
It's like, oh look, there's Aaron Paul.
Pokemon.
I just want to say I hate the first. I've only seen the first movie. I hate it.
Pokemon
it's just
has
awful.
like 16 movies.
Yeah.
So, but alright, do you want to count Pokemon the movie, which is that Pokemon 2000?
Oh, no, I've seen
1999.
There's
yes.
what is it? Pokemon the first movie.
Yeah,
Yes, and then
but then there's
Pokemon
Pokemon
2000.
the
I've seen
movie
Pokemon 2000 as well.
I've seen both.
Ratchet and Clank.
Before we get... Wait a
I
second.
totally forgot about that. Yeah.
Wait a second. We'll talk about the Pokemon movie because I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I
I haven't seen 2000 in a long
I'm
time.
sorry. I won't name this friend, but I'm sorry because I know he loves the movie. I fucking hate the first Pokemon movie.
As far as a movie goes, it's
It's-
hard to think of how they can make it much worse.
The big issue is, it's not the movie's fault. Western adaptation.
Yeah.
The Western version changes ridiculous amounts. The Japanese version of the Pokemon movie is actually really good. Like, there's
Yeah.
a whole 20-minute section they cut out, which is Mewtwo's origin, and how he, like, it explains him as a villain, and it's really good. All the dialogue...
It was so confusing watching the movie, just
Yeah.
finding the right version.
Yeah, so much of the dialogue is changed to be kid-friendly and stuff. The original Japanese version is really dark, and it does have that really sad scene of when Pikachu gets turned to stone.
You mean Ash?
Oh, Ash gets turned to stone and Pikachu's crying over his...
Yeah.
That is sad, but that's because... That's not the movie. That's because I was a fan of the show.
Yeah.
So I already had a... I loved the bond between Ash and Pikachu. Because back then, that was a big... Not anymore, but back then that was a big plot point of the show, was Ash and Pikachu becoming friends. So then in the movie, when Ash gets turned to stone and Pikachu's crying above him, you're like, oh, geez, that's gut-wrenching. 2000's alright. I've seen, like...
I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it neither way. Ratchet and Clank movie, what do you think of that?
I liked it.
Have we talked about it before?
I think briefly on the podcast before, yes. But we can go a bit more in depth now. I know you like it, Danny.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's just a...
Yeah.
It's a Ratchet and Clank cutscene, and like I could get that by playing the actual
I'd
game.
rather just play the game.
Yeah. It feels like they didn't branch off enough from being Ratchet and Clank. I feel like you could make a really good Ratchet and Clank movie if you completely distanced yourself from the games. Like, if they were like, fuck the games, fuck the game story, let's write this as a movie.
But this doesn't because they've got a bunch of scenes from the movie into the games.
And it doesn't work. It's not harmful. It's just like it's fine. Like I don't ever want to watch it again. I'm just like
Okay, so these aren't video games, but these are like games as per se. First of all, there's the Lego films.
I wouldn't count them as video game movies.
But those are... I'm not saying that's why I said they're not video games.
You could have
but
something
they're-
like Wreck-It Ralph.
That's a good
video game,
point.
But yeah, that's what I was saying, is that they're not video games, but they're games, or there's entertainment, no, they're toys. But there's like an entertainment.
I see what you mean,
And-
but I'd say for the sake of this discussion, though,
Yeah.
we're talking about
Video,
movies based on video games, or at least that are attached to video games. So not brands or something. But I do love the Lego movies.
There's a lot of direct-to-video games.
What was that you just... Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
I would say Wreck-It Ralph would count because it has a lot of ties to video games, even though it's an
yeah.
original story.
It's a movie about video games.
I'm not entirely huge on Wreck-It Ralph. I don't know.
I like it. I think it was as good as everyone said.
Yeah, like I feel like it was overhyped, and I was like, I thought there was a bit too much video game references. It was like video game reference. Like you just kept throwing them, and I was like, I could kind of go for some story now, but I don't know. I didn't think not bad, but I didn't enjoy it that much.
Apparently, there's a Sonic the Hedgehog film.
Probably an animated film.
Yeah.
There's a Dead Space film.
I've seen the first one.
Aren't they animated? Yeah.
The first one is 2D.
Yeah.
The second one is 3D. I couldn't watch the second one.
Oh,
It's animated so weirdly.
There's a bunch of
First one's not bad at times.
There's a bunch of Resident Evil animated movies.
Yeah.
But apparently a few of them are at least decent. The newest one looked pretty god awful. It was like Outbreak or something. I can't remember what it was called. What else is there, Danny?
There's a Halo Legends, Dante's Inferno.
Halo Legends is...
Oh, yeah, they made Dead
yeah, I remember. It's...
Oh, and the Heavenly Sword movie
Yep,
as well.
there's a
Don't
Heavenly
forget
Sword
that, yeah.
movie.
I'm not going to finish the game. I might actually watch that, the Heavenly Sword movie.
The Halo Legends is more of a compendium. So it's a bunch of animated stories. It's like the Animatrix, where it's like a bunch of animated shorts that are in the animated universe.
There's a Mass Effect film.
Yeah, Uprising.
Paragon Lost.
Oh, Paragon Lost. Yeah, I haven't watched it. It's animated.
And there's also... I don't know, see, this is weird. This is Batman Assault on Arkham.
That's based in the Arkham universe.
Yeah, see, but then that's weird because
I started watching that.
Batman's
Alright.
like
Yeah,
a...
it was okay. A lot of people really like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I'm a little bit confused about it, because Batman was originally a comic and then became a movie and then became a game.
I would say it is, but if it's based in the Arkham universe, which is based on a comic universe, but the Arkham universe is now synonymous with the video game universe.
Oh, okay.
If it's based in the Arkham universe, then it is a video game movie.
Yeah. There's a Company of Heroes film.
Alright.
Oh yeah, Tekken 2, Kazuya's Revenge.
That's... I think there's 2 live action ones and there's an animated one.
Yeah.
I've seen the first live action and I've seen the animated, like we said in the podcast.
Couple of Dead Risings.
Yes, I've seen the first one. First one's quite good.
Oh, really?
As far as a video game movie goes, actually getting the tone right and being fun, the first one is, I would actually say, a good
Is it called like
movie.
Watchtower or something?
Watchtower, yeah. I haven't seen the second one.
I'll have to give it a
Dead
Yeah, the first
Rising,
one's not
Watchtower,
bad.
and Dead Rising Endgame. It only came out last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Watchtower
Yeah.
came out in 2015.
And like, because it's set, and as I said, I like them to be kind of, to fit into the universe, and this is between 2 and 3.
Oh, yeah.
And do you know Rob Riggle, the actor? They've been playing Frank West.
Oh, yeah.
And he doesn't do it amazing because he's not really, I don't think he was well cast as Frank West, but he has an amazing performance, and he's on TV giving survival tips to people, and all his scenes are amazing. They're so funny.
That's great. Actually, I might give the Dead Rising.
Yeah.
Is it on Netflix? It might be on Netflix.
There's also some...
I think it's like made by Amazon or something.
Okay.
Or someone, something weird.
Capcom.
What?
The movies. Dead Rising films.
Yeah, they own the rights.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Capcom property.
Or could it be like Hulu or something? It's weird.
Is there any more you found, any?
There's some unofficial ones. There's a Metal Gear Solid Philanthropy film.
That's not really a movie.
Yeah, that's why they're saying the unofficial, because there's also The Hero of Time, Mega Man, and Stalker.
Oh, these are like fan
I think so.
independent made ones. Because there's an
Yeah.
independently made like Power Rangers movie as well.
Oh, then there's some short films. Heavenly Sword again. Sonic Night of the Werehog.
Kill yourself, dude.
Bringing it back.
Well, I feel like we've gone through a lot, so what we'll do is we'll move to the next part of this, which is video game movies we'd actually like to see. Like,
Oh,
once
sorry, just quick.
Oh, yeah?
It's a Tekken Tag Tournament 2 short film.
It's probably shit.
Yeah.
Um,
But yes, anyways,
so yeah,
that's
we'll,
enough.
We'll talk
of
about
that.
video game movies like video games that we think we would like to see as a movie, or think that would actually at least make a decent movie.
Is Last of Us included because it's already been announced /
Well,
what we want?
Well, that's a video game movies we want to see.
Yeah.
So Last of Us is definitely viable. Like, so would you want to see a Last of Us movie?
Yeah, but I'm also worried, again, that they'll get it wrong.
Oh, what do you think about it, Eric?
Well, the Last of Us movie?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like when they were talking about it, because obviously we had Neil Druckmann writing the script,
Yeah.
it seems like they knew what they had and they were taking particular care with it.
Yeah.
But the fact that it has been seemingly shelved
Yeah.
does not make me optimistic at all.
Yeah, no. And Last of Us' story is perfect for a video game. It, like I said, written for, like, I think it could be done. Definitely could be
I feel
done.
like what they should do is not focus on Ellie and Joel.
No, I feel like they should. That should
You
be the point.
reckon?
That should be the sole point of the story. Because that is Last of Us. Last of Us is about Ellie and Joel.
But then everyone already knows the story. So
Well,
what's the point?
That's what I mean. Tell it in a different way, or at least keep the core of that story what it is,
Yeah.
but change it to fit cinema.
Okay.
Because not everyone has played Last of Us,
True, but
and like I said,
wouldn't... I don't know, maybe I'm just saying...
and if they just copied the Last of Us story from the video game, it wouldn't work in a film.
Yeah.
It would definitely not work in a film, because there is things in that are meant for a video game, like following Ellie.
Optional conversation.
Yeah, like all that
Yeah.
stuff. They would. I feel like I said before, take key things from it and then change everything else to fit a 2-hour or a 3-hour long movie. And I feel like it'd work beautifully. Like I feel like if you had the right team of writers, I feel like if you had 2 writers that understood how to adapt but also understood the property.
Well, that's the thing though. So there's already a script out there.
Yeah.
So we've got the
yeah,
script.
Neil
it's
Druckmann
done.
wrote it. Yeah. It's weird. Yeah, I feel like it could work, but also I'm like, I don't need it.
Yeah.
I've got the Last of Us game.
Yeah.
I can just sit down for 9 hours, beat it, and then like, well, is it 12 hours to beat Last of Us? I don't know.
Oh, like between about 10 or 15.
Yeah. I could just sit down for a couple of days, knock it out in like 4-hour sessions, and then be good. And yeah. The other thing though is for the longest time it's been rumored, and it just seems to never get anywhere. An Uncharted movie. What would you guys want to see in an Uncharted movie?
Well, haven't they actually been going ahead of that? So they
Yeah.
cast Tom Holland as young Nathan Drake.
Oh yes,
And so it's
yes.
going to be like a young Nathan Drake story.
Yes,
That's
I
interesting.
completely forgot because we talked about it on the podcast. Yes.
Yeah.
It's finally. I remember back when it was like Mark Wahlberg was cast as Nathan Drake at one point, and then like, that didn't happen, obviously. But would you guys want to see an Uncharted movie?
I'd be keen, because at least for me, it would mean I could possibly get some more interest
Uncharted.
into Uncharted, because
Yeah.
I've never really been a big Uncharted fan. But I like the story, it's just I don't like the gameplay.
Okay, that's fair. See, I feel like an Uncharted movie. I feel like it'd be really easy
Yeah.
because Uncharted is essentially a playable movie. Like they're made to be like the biggest inspiration was like they were inspired by blockbuster movies, and they're like, let's make a blockbuster game where like it's a big fun action adventure where big things happen all the time, and it's about finding shit, and like it's a video game Indiana Jones that's a modern day action movie. That's what Uncharted is. So I feel like an Uncharted movie could work. That being said, you could apply the same logic to Tomb Raider, and like I don't know. I think it could work. Is there any others? What other ones would we want to see? Video game movies, or video games we could think could turn into good movies.
I don't...
I'm looking at my video game collection now, and I found one. The Darkness.
I was about to say Gears of War?
Yeah, if you told Gears of War like a Saving Private Ryan type of story,
Yeah?
fuck yeah, I think Gears of War could work. Have any of you played Darkness?
No.
A little bit of the
Two.
second one, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've only played the second one. I think Darkness could work really well. If you told it like a crime, like
Still got your second ideas.
yeah, if you told it like a crime story, like a Martin Scorsese type, like that, like I can't think of the word, like mob story, or you told it like a 90s action movie. I feel like you could actually create a really good movie out of The Darkness.
I reckon you could probably make a good film out of Fallout.
Oh, probably.
Because I've seen good
that'd
fan
be
films.
cool.
I've seen a
I'd
bunch
like
of good
that.
fan films, yeah.
Yeah, have like just one of the vaults. You don't have to be tied to the games at all. Like
Yeah. No, you don't.
yeah. I've been saying this for the longest time. Again, another property that has technically it's got movies, but hasn't had a big AAA movie. But it's had attempts at it, and that is Halo.
Yeah?
I feel like you could make again a good movie out of Halo. Real easy. I remember Peter Jackson was signed on at one point to write and direct, and then he.
And then we
jumped
got
off.
District 9 somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, good movie though.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah, 'cause that was like remnants of what he wanted.
Because
like,
was it Neil?
Neil
Was he going
Blomkamp.
to produce or something, and then he wanted Neil Blomkamp to direct?
Yeah.
And it was like, you should probably direct a film first. So I know you can do it.
Yeah.
And he did. I remember we were talking about this at the time, so
Yeah.
years ago,
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, this
Yeah.
should be sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause District 9 was like
8 years
element.
ago,
Yeah. Element. Because I remember elements of that were ideas Peter Jackson had for his Halo movie, and then I think wasn't maybe Microsoft. I can't remember. Someone was like, no. We don't want that. And they were like, well, Peter Jackson's like, well, fuck you, I'm gonna make my own movie, I'll get someone else to direct it, fuck it. Like...
And then he directed The Hobbit.
and we were like, oh,
well, he kind of...
Peter.
Yeah.
That wasn't entirely his fault, though. It's not really... It's a game, but it's also a comic, but I feel like it'd be cool to see. It'd be very easily done, because it's just a superhero movie. Injustice? I love seeing an Injustice movie.
Wait, but isn't that the fighting...
Yeah, DC fighting game.
How would that work? I don't...
I feel Civil War.
Civil War.
Look at Civil War.
True.
That's how you could do it. I feel like that could work really well. It's Star Wars, but we are actually getting this as a movie. Would you guys be down for the Knights of the Old Republic?
Yeah.
Because that's actually being adapted as a
Yeah,
movie.
we've done well.
Yeah, I'm super keen to like see the story of Darth Revan in like cinematic form. Wow, so I'm getting sleepy.
We have been recording for an hour and a half, nearly 2, I'd say.
Well, then that reminded me, they're supposed to be making a Deus Ex movie
That could be cool.
based on Human Revolution.
But
Yeah.
There's a big thing in that's like the big issue with picking a game to adapt into a movie is the appeal of a lot of games like Deus Ex and Uncharted and Mass Effect and a lot of those games is choice.
Yeah.
you can't convey choice
That's
in a film because the audience can't pick what's going to happen. They're already agreeing to what's going to happen. They're like, I'm not here to construct my experience. I'm here to have an experience. As when games like Deus Ex and Mass Effect and Dragon Age and like games like Fallout and stuff. Even though I think Fallout can be done because it's so open where it's like there's barely a story in Fallout. There is, but like you could just be like, this is a story in Fallout, not the story of Fallout. As with games like, this is the story of Mass Effect in a cinematic form without any...
Well, that's why you have a game with, an established universe, something like Fallout.
Yeah.
And then just set a story in it.
Yeah. Like a Fallout story or something. That'd actually be a cool film title. Just call it a Fallout story.
Yeah,
Or
like Star Wars, yeah.
Or like Fallout Vault 71 or something.
69.
Yeah, boy!
Well, that's a real thing in the universe. Like, finally, let's get the story of Vault 69.
Out of the way, yeah. This has always been in the talks. It's not happening anymore, but it was for a long time what's happening. Metal Gear Solid movie. What do you think about what? Like, would you be down for a Metal Gear Solid movie?
Yeah.
I honestly don't think it can be done. Like,
yeah,
it's hard. I think any crazed director who took that on, and many did, and then it just never happened. I think Metal Gear Solid was permanently stuck in development hell.
I'd be down for it, but I'd also be down to not have it.
Yeah. I feel like Metal Gear Solid is it's such a video game... Like, I know it's a very movie-like thing, but there's so many things in it that root it as a video game story, where it's like, it is designed to be a video game story, but it's like, so many other things where it's like,
maybe not the first one, maybe if they did like a Snake Eater movie.
That, I think...
And just like distance it away from the other ones and just like make it less complicated. They have like the basic idea of Snake Eater.
Yeah, where it's like the big bosses, or the Naked Snake's mentor defects, and he's sent to kill her.
Doing it to prevent World War III,
That, actually, no, that would be, I feel like
and just get rid of the idea of like the Patriots and the philosophers.
Yeah, where it's like, maybe have it in there, but it's just like, simplify
everything,
sort of thing. There would be it would happen with any of these, there would be the fanboys who are like, that's not what the Shaggerhod. like none of that, but for a film like this, it would work beautifully as a film. Like, the blueprint is there, you just need to move it around a bit, take shit out, and you're like, okay, so have Eva and like keep Eva and like Ocelot exactly how they are, keep Volgan exactly how he is, maybe take out a few of like the Cobra unit or something, or have them so they're less of like video gamey things. So it's like, now you're facing the sorrow, now you're facing the end, and all that shit. Like, maybe it's just like they show up for action set pieces, and then like Snake has to deal with them, but not like, now you deal with one, now you deal with one, now you deal with one. It's like, where it's like, oh, you're dealing with some of them, and then you continue your thing.
All I can think about now is the Metal Gear Solid 3 pachinko machine.
Oh no!
So sad.
Oh man. I actually, like a Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater movie, that could work very well. Not the first game. I don't think the first game. Like, there's too much in the first game that is relevant to take. That it'd be hard to adapt to.
Well, that's why, because Snake Eater really is just a self-contained story.
Yeah, and a fucking beautiful origin story as well. I think it's like the best prequel ever conceived by a human being. Is Metal Gear Solid 3.
What about young Sheldon?
Fuck. Danny, do you have any other video games you want to see as a movie? I have another big one. It would never happen because of Warcraft, but I have another big one. But continue.
World of Warcraft.
What?
Actually, nah.
God of War?
Yeah.
So they were going to do that at one point.
That was...
Yeah, I know.
I think God of War was cast as well. Like, Kratos was cast.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, it was definitely a long time ago. I'm pretty sure they casted Kratos. Or cast Kratos. So would you be down for a God of War movie, Danny?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that, like, I was thinking about it, I'm like, I like God of War, but...
I don't want it to be fucked with.
And also, I don't really think they could find much for this, like...
I think it'd be a retelling of the first game, where it's like, Ares fucked over Kratos, Kratos wants revenge.
They could do, like a, half of the movie, or even 3/4 of the movie, is him being happy with his wife, and him doing, like...
Maybe not 3/4, that'd be very dull. Maybe, like, the
Yeah.
the intro, he's like, I'm a Spartan warrior, do my thing, I come home.
It's like, I love my wife. And
Also,
then, like,
also, bad ancient Greek and like ancient Roman period pieces are really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, like that. If it was bad, it would be god awful.
Yeah. God of awful. But it could be really well. I feel like if you just take out all the filler of God of War 1, it's just Kratos wants to kill Ares because Ares fucked him over. He wants revenge. I think that's a immediately get behindable story. It's like,
Gotta get Pandora's box.
yeah. And like he's just on a mission to be strong enough to kill Ares, and then you build up like Ares constantly antagonizing him. He's doing whatever Ares is doing whatever he can to stop Kratos, and then like Kratos is just like just doing whatever he can to be able to kill Ares, and then have it all. That would work really well on it. I think if you just God of War 2 and 3 are a whole different kettle of fish in terms of turning that into a movie. But the first God of War, I think, is very possible to turn into a movie and be good. It's just the other thing is you have to have convincing action and believable sets and believable shooting. Like,
And a well-cast Kratos.
yeah, well, I feel like if you're doing a Kratos movie, it works for the game just having him being an angry man. You'd be like, brrr. I feel like in the movie you'd have to do a bit more.
Oh, you've got to give him more depth.
Yeah, like essentially make him Logan, in a way. Like, he's an angry person, but he's not just screaming at everyone. Like, he's a tortured soul now. Any other ones, Dan? You got any others?
Let me think. This is just a joke one, but what do you reckon of an EDF film?
I have legit thought about how you could do an EDF film, and I think it's possible.
It's pretty easy, I reckon.
Have you seen Starship Troopers?
No, I haven't.
That is...
Oh, I want to watch that again.
It is...
Starship Troopers is good.
Yeah, it is like... There's a lot of bad things about Starship Troopers, but then if you actually really look deep at it, the things that are bad are actually intentional, and they did it to give it a certain vibe. Starship Troopers is great, and I feel like that is the closest thing we've gotten to an EDF movie. But if you're going to do an EDF movie, just rip Starship Troopers off.
Yeah.
That's... Yeah. You got any else, Danny?
Not off the top of my head.
You got any else, Eric?
No?
I've got two big ones that I think could totally work. First one being StarCraft.
Yes. No. Yeah. Another alien invasion.
It won't...
film.
More of a war film because it's about three factions fighting against each other. But there's some awesome story in StarCraft, and I feel like that could work as well. I don't think it's going to happen because Warcraft flopped, sadly, even though Warcraft was pretty decent. That's good. It's weird. I don't know if it would work. I don't think it will work. And it's just an odd property, but I totally feel like you could have
Spit it out!
You could have a really good, legit Rayman movie.
Okay, so I've never seen Rayman.
A Rayman movie? Did we already get that?
No, like Rayman.
Oh, Rayman.
Rayman.
Okay.
I feel like you could have a really good Rayman movie, like a funny, just a derpy, cartoony movie.
Yeah, see, I've never played Rayman, so I don't actually know.
What about DJ Hero the movie?
Lost to Groove, the movie.
I'm just looking at my Xbox One and PS4 collection, and Wolfenstein. I feel like Wolfenstein.
I don't see that translating well.
Really?
Like, I think it's like a bit from base level. It's got a good idea,
Yeah.
but straight away I just think of like Iron Sky
Oh,
or Nazis at the center of the earth.
Yeah, no,
It
it's
just
a
being
good
like really
point.
dumb.
Let's look at my PS2
I
collection.
reckon Borderlands can make a good movie, but it never will.
Yeah, and conveying that art style in cinematic form would be near impossible.
Because like people just they don't like having that much fun. Like some like Bulletstorm,
Yeah.
but they'd never make it. They'd never let it be that much fun.
No way. No,
Oh,
not
why
Control.
Why was full clip so expensive?
I know, right? That's dumb.
Fuck them.
What about Bioshock?
So well, that was another famous one that they were going ahead because they had the director of Pirates of the Caribbean to do it.
Oh yeah.
But because Disney would have been the studio, they would not have let him make it an R-rated movie.
Yeah, and you cannot
And-
do Bioshock without
Yeah.
going deep into its
Yeah.
issues.
I believe he shared some information about that not too long ago. I'm trying to think what it was.
Oh, at PS.
I don't know.
The mic stand's covering the PS3 stand, so I can't see my PS3 games.
A Bioshock one would probably be good.
I feel like you could do it. You'd definitely have to tailor it. Like, definitely have to.
Yeah, getting the complexity of the game into the movie, I don't know how to do it.
But I feel like you could easily tell the story of Rapture. Not easily. None of these are easily done.
No.
Movie making is not an easy thing. Yeah, and ask anyone who's attempted it in any form, it is fucking hard. But yeah, no, like, that could work. Even though the game's very... I'd like to see a movie in this aesthetic. I'd like to see a movie in a Bloodborne aesthetic. That'd be kind of cool. I feel like if you could just take the... Just like...
Yeah.
Like, take the whole, like, Victorian city type thing. There are these people called hunters, and every, like, couple of... Once a year, there's, the hunt or something.
The Purge.
Not... yes, but, like...
Good.
Demons come out, yeah.
Yeah.
Demons come out and all that stuff, and, like...
Battlefield Hardline, the movie.
That could work, to be honest. It's all a story about a hard cop dealing with hard problems. What about a GTA movie?
No.
They already made that in the 70s. It's got Ron Howard.
Oh, really?
It's just not connected to GTA.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all.
Figured. I was gonna say Doom. Like, wait, we did.
But
get
somehow,
Doom.
like a GTA movie, it would just be a crime movie.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be anything unique to it. 'Cause, yeah. I think maybe a Metro. Again, Metro.
I was thinking that as well.
Metro could work.
But it seems like it's based on books, maybe.
Just
They
adapt
already
the book.
kind of know what's up,
Yeah, just adapt the book. Really, a brutal legend. No.
I don't think the Metro books are very long either, so it would be
No, they're
lazy
not.
just to adapt, the books.
Yeah. Apparently, the Metro books are really good. Ooh, when it counts, and I can't believe we didn't mention it, Danny.
Mm.
It's already happened. Castlevania.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a movie, but we got a show out of it, and a 4-episode long first season, and it was pretty damn good.
Oh, I got one looking at your games that, it's already based on a movie, or it's got elements based on a movie, a Spec Ops movie.
Oh, like Spec Ops The Line?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think that could
So it's
work.
going to be kind of based on Apocalypse Now.
Mm. I say Castlevania.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I thought it's...
Castlevania Lord of Shadows 2 movie.
Yeah. We're actually in a series, a Netflix produced series for it, but I'm so keen for it. A Witcher series.
Oh,
Or a Witcher
right.
movie. That is, you just take the character and put him in a scenario. You're like, here's Geralt dealing with something. Make it a 2-hour movie.
Here's Geralt dealing with women.
Here's Geralt banging more women and demons. What about a Duke Nukem movie?
I feel like they've done that.
I feel like if you just satire 80s action movies enough, you can make
How
it
do I get
good.
sued for doing that because all these fucking sayings are just taken from other better movies?
True.
Yeah.
No. I think Gears of War, like you said, Dan, Gears of War, I think is a good one.
Yeah.
Just do it in like a Saving Private Ryan type style. But maybe debuff everyone because no one's physically that big.
God. And I don't want CG.
I feel like you
that.
could do Locust prosthetically really well.
Oh, yeah.
You just gotta make sure.
I probably wouldn't though.
You gotta make, again, to make them menacing, you gotta do them buff. And if you do them buff,
Have some buff boys.
if you do them buff, they'll look really dumb and lumbering. If they're all like body, like not actual like buff people. I feel like if you've got bodybuilders, you just tell them to growl. Even though, no, don't tell them to growl. Get the growls post. Make the growl. Do what Jurassic Park did. But who wants to see a Turok movie?
Oh my god, that'd be actually be
That
so
would be
cool.
cool.
Actually, speaking of Nintendo, I want to see a Star Fox movie. I think a Star Fox movie would be pretty cool.
Didn't they try that once?
No.
Oh.
But I think a Star Fox movie. Or maybe a Samus movie. A Samus movie would just be Alien, though. Or Metroid movie. Would just be Alien. Is there anything else? I think that's all the ones all the
That
important
covers
ones.
it, yeah.
We've been talking about this for an hour.
Good. Fuck you. Alright, so we'll wrap that up. We'll go to our end segment, which is what we've been playing / doing / watching.
Anything.
Yeah, / anything. / anything in half. Take a sword. Just kill it. But don't make sure it's not a person or an animal. Just a piece of wood. No.
Can you tell we're tired?
Alright, Danny, what have you been playing?
I've just been continuing playing Growlancer.
Oh yes, that game that you like.
Yeah, no, because I've never actually properly completed it. I watched my sister complete it, or play it and complete it, but I never finished it myself. But it's really fun, and it's really in depth.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize
It looks
how
like a lot of fun.
I didn't realize how long the game is.
Yeah. It's an Atlas JRPG. It's gonna at least take you 100 hours.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I'm excited to.
These are the guys who make Persona.
But I'm excited to get to the end.
Those games are commitments.
Yeah.
Checking myself for hives.
Oh, yes.
Gonna bitchy.
Nah, I'm good. I just want to make sure I don't have any sneaky ones coming up. Antihistamines will be working.
You got anything else, Danny? Besides watching Star Trek.
As I said, we watched Star Trek, so I already mentioned that.
We're gonna see Kingsman soon. Should we do a podcast on Kingsman?
Yeah. I mean.
You want to do a podcast on Kingsman?
Yeah, we probably can.
Okay,
Yeah.
right, cool. Next one's Total War, but
Yeah.
or we could even do like a hybrid, do Total War and do like a mega podcast.
God.
Like because
They're already so long.
I know, but like mega is in like it'll be a 5-man podcast.
Yeah.
But alright,
So we're gonna have 2 guest speakers.
yeah. Well, no, I'll mention it now because we mentioned it in one of the updates which we haven't uploaded as of recording this. We definitely would have uploaded it by the time this comes out. Maybe maybe not by the time this comes. Oh no, yes, I plan on uploading it before this comes out.
Is this in the Max Payne one that we've been talking about?
Max Payne or Heroes? Anyway, we are doing because you guys aren't huge on Total War.
No.
Because Total Warhammer 2 came out as of recording today. I haven't picked it up yet, and I realized something. Because I haven't picked it up because of money, but I realized something. When you pick up a PC game, what's the thing you can't usually do when you pick it up?
Put it down.
If it's a Steam game,
Return it.
Yeah.
Well, no, you can
No.
with Steam.
play it.
Why?
Time difference.
Oh.
Every time I've bought a PC game and it's a Steam PC game, I haven't been able to play it on the day it came out.
Yeah.
Because it's a Steam PC game. It's because like Blood Bowl 2, bought it and installed it, and I was like, start, and they're like, this game's not out yet. I'm like,
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah,
Just
it's-
don't release the damn thing then.
yeah, it's because of because Steam's American based. It's the major producer. Even if you buy it physically, you still have to. It still goes through Steam.
Yeah.
You still register your CD key with Steam. Half of the time you download the game on Steam, even though you have the fucking disc, because like that's just how it works. Origin's really bad for that as well.
Oh god, that's terrible. I
Um,
did that. Yeah.
Origin's the same. If you buy a game physically on Origin, you can play it day one because
Okay.
Origin allocates for the time. So it's like,
I haven't used Origin ages.
oh, it's the
Bloody
worst.
Origin.
It is the worst. But no, Steam because it's American based. If you buy a game physically here, not every time, but most of the time, on day one here because it's not day release yet in America because we're ahead of them, you can't play it. You will install it and it'll be on your computer, but Steam won't let you load it up, and it's fucking annoying. So I realized if I picked up Total War today, I couldn't play it anyway because I would have installed it and been like,
Yeah.
"Hey, nope, can't play it." But so I'm picking up tomorrow.
Oh, I'm starting to feel really good on these drugs.
Drugs.
Drastis is kicking on. I feel really
Yeah,
good.
but Total War, we have 2 friends of ours, Sean and Ben. They're big Total War fans. They're going to come on for one of the podcasts
Yeah.
and talk about. It might not be the next one. 'Cause I was talking to Sean today, and he says he's not getting back from York till like Tuesday.
Okay.
So he like have a day to play Total Warhammer 2. So we might do it a week later.
Yeah.
So but they're going to come on and talk about Total War on a podcast. So look out for that. Either next podcast, probably not next podcast, or maybe the podcast after. If that's the case, we could probably do Kingsman
Yeah.
next podcast. I don't know. But yes, back to this segment.
What are we doing? / playing /
Yeah.
watching /
We got
anything?
anything else, Danny?
Nope.
Eric, main man.
So as I mentioned before the podcast, I've been playing Death of the Outsider.
The
Dishonored,
Dishonored
yep.
standalone thing.
Yep.
Is that any good?
It's pretty fun. What I've played so far.
Oh yeah.
Got some new powers.
I haven't played Dishonored 2. What did you guys think of Dishonored 2?
I really liked it.
Oh, I think,
I
yeah.
had to rush through it,
For a review.
admittedly, because I was reviewing it. I probably could have spent a little bit longer on it, but I wanted to make sure I wasn't behind.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to get the full experience. So I might actually play it again because I played as.
I do. I still want to play it.
Yeah.
But I was a fool and played Uncharted 1 and all its Dishonored 1 and all its DLC just before Dishonored 2 came out, and I was Dishonored out. I was like, don't feel like playing another Dishonored game as of yet. And that's why I haven't played 2 yet. Yes, continue, Danny. Sorry, I cut you off.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay. What do you guys like? So you guys both like
Yes.
Dishonored 2?
Yeah.
Do you prefer it to the first one or?
It's probably better made, but at the same time you play the first one first, so you've got that in high opinion.
Yeah.
I'm really liking the first because it came out my
Yeah.
birthday, the first Dishonored.
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I believe I was 6. I just stayed home playing it. Had a good old time.
Yeah. I love Dishonored. I don't think it's as good as everyone said it was. Purely because I think the story's a bit weak. Like, it's just like, go here. But the gameplay is fantastic, but the story isn't... It's there, but wasn't that attached to the story. Had a good build up, but it didn't like continue. I think it's
and they like just sort of focusing on all the celebrities I've got doing the voices.
Yeah,
and that's the same with Dishonored too.
Oh,
yeah,
right. Yeah.
I did like the DLC for Dishonored. Is
DLC's
really good. Both of them, especially the Witches of.
I like Brigmore, and that's necessary because that ties into 2.
Yeah, because
Oh, it's super. Yeah.
Danny was playing Dishonored 2 while I was playing Dishonored 1, and she hadn't played any of the DLCs. So I was on the DLC by the time she was in Dishonored 2. And we were playing in the same room. She was playing it literally in front of us right now on the TV, and I was on the computer playing Dishonored 1. And she was playing it, and then she would listen over while I was playing Witches of Brigwall and be like, huh, that makes sense to what I'm doing right now. And then I'd listen over and be like, oh, so that's where that goes. And like,
it totally slipped my mind, playing number 2, that the main antagonist in 2 is the main antagonist of the DLC.
Yeah.
And you, like, it's really well built up. I do want to get back. I want to actually give 2 another go. Well, give 2 a go. Because I didn't give it a go. Because I was Dishonored out when it came out. I was like, oh, that sucks. Because I spent... I think 3 days I beat Dishonored.
Yeah,
1 and all its DLC. And, like, because I spent all day... I think there was one day where we woke up like 10. You started playing it. We both had a Dishonored day, Danny. Well, I got from the midway point to beating the... What's the DLC with the characters voiced by Michael...
Oh, yeah, so Knife of Dunmore and Brigmore Witches,
I went from halfway through Dishonored 1 to the end of Knife of Dunmore one day. Because I just played it all day. And that's when you were playing Dishonored 2 all day as well. And I was just like...
We dedicated a day just to playing
He's
them.
back in the DLC as well.
For 2?
For the Death the Outsider,
Oh, wicked. That's awesome.
Which was in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler.
Were you playing/watching, just doing anything else there?
Played Far Cry Primal, because I got it really cheap, and I give it a go.
How much did you get it for?
23.
Oh, fuck. That's good. What do you think of it?
It's okay so far. Wish I had more. Just more.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been a lot better if it was set later in the Stone Age. I do think that's very gutsy of them to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe like a medieval setting would be better.
I was like...
That would have been interesting.
Because you've got like... It's cool having a bow, but literally everything else is like, sharpened stick, club.
Yeah.
I was so keen for Primal. I didn't even buy it. I didn't play it. I was keen for it. I was like, this is a cool idea.
I would have played it a lot earlier because I was supposed to get a friend's copy, but that never happened.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Have you played Far Cry Primal, Danny?
No, I haven't. I haven't played past 3.
I haven't played past 2. Oh, Blood Dragon.
So you played 2?
No, 1. Sorry, I played Far Cry 1 on Xbox.
Yeah.
Far Cry Primal Instinct was what it was called.
There was a DLC for it, wasn't it? The first one?
Was there?
I think so, Primal Instinct, yeah.
I can't remember.
Oh, cool.
I remember playing on Xbox, like the original Xbox.
Yeah, because I think Primal Instinct was an expansion for the first one.
Yeah. Or something like that. I don't remember. It was cool. I don't remember playing it, but I remember being like, this is an alright game.
Yeah.
Anything else there?
Nah, that's about it.
I've been playing so much shit. Which I shouldn't be because I've got like so much uni work. Also, I'm stretching, that's why I sound weird.
See the massive crack.
Jesus, that felt good. I've been playing Jack and Daxter again.
The Precursor Legacy.
Yeah, the first one. I was gonna say the good one. I was like, oh, I don't want to get yelled at.
You take that back.
And also I've been playing Lair. Good old the PS.
I saw that in my game box. I need to play that.
Yeah, well we might be doing something about that later. I've been playing that. I've also been a few other games. I've been playing a lot of things.
A lot of old games.
Yeah, I started replaying Wolfenstein, New Order.
Good stuff.
Yeah, because New Colossus is coming out.
Are you playing it on very hard?
No, I'm playing on normal. I'm
very hard.
I'm a pussy apparently.
I did it.
I still find
It's not that hard.
I still find Wolfenstein hard though on like normal difficulty.
It's not that much hard on very hard. I was surprised. I've beaten it on very hard.
Yeah. I assume there were some pretty tough points where it's just like...
I don't really remember the beginning ones. Like, it starts out hard, but yeah, you just... With all the health and the armor and the weapons.
Oh, once you get the laser craft work slightly upgraded, it becomes like the most powerful gun in the game.
Cool, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for the new one.
Oh, yeah, I just cannot wait. Like, for Wolfenstein New Colossus. That's going to be a fun podcast because me and you getting another announcement, another little sneaky announcement, but I can't really wait. Friend of the podcast, Chris, he's coming on for the, at least as of now, the timing might change and stuff, but he's coming on for the Wolfenstein podcast.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be so different, like the first one, which, you know, serious conversation about Hellblade and its portrayal of psychological issues. This one's like, yeah, killing Nazis with space weapons.
Yeah. So at the beginning of the game, you're in a wheelchair, you're rolling around, and you're shooting people. Nazis have taken over America. I'm really keen to see the American patriotism mixed with Nazi this, because like that's what the aesthetic is. Because this is in America. I love seeing like the whole like the America, but not for America, but for like Nazis.
Was it America with a K? I think they spell it, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, I'm just happy it's been classified. So it just occurred to me that when it first got announced, we were worried it would get banned because of the guy dropping acid.
Oh, yes.
And if that was a gameplay mechanic.
Oh, yeah.
What was this? The
Wolfenstein 2, because in the trailer it had a guy dropping acid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And in Australian games, you can't have drugs being associated with anything good.
Yeah.
It's an immediate ban.
Yeah.
Like, straight out.
Well,
Savage.
Well, I mean, there was the marijuana scene in Far Cry 3.
That wasn't good, though, right? It was, like, scary, though, and, like,
No.
negative, wasn't
Which
it?
one?
He was enjoying it. He was burning all the marijuana.
Your character?
Yeah, your character.
Oh, you
was
can't have it
burning...
associated with, like, taking it. Associated with
right.
incentive or
Yeah.
reward, yeah. They don't care about, like, actually
Yeah.
selling it or using it.
Yeah.
You can't take it.
Yeah.
It's also been annoying. But I'm glad, yeah, it probably definitely got I rating, because the other two Wolfensteins definitely got the I rating.
Absolutely.
Danny, you should play the Wolfenstein game.
I'll play it
I'm
eventually.
gonna have to give Evil Within a go.
Oh, Evil Within 2 comes out soon, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, when does that come out?
October.
Oh,
Very
cool.
soon. I'm tempted. I've been meaning to give Evil Within a go again. Oh, properly, because I've only played it at a friend's house. Shout out to Troy. But I actually want to give it a proper go. Apparently, like, Evil Within patches in consideration got really good. Like it was one of the games that got better with age, technically. But
So they got rid of the letterboxing.
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
did they?
Yeah. On console, yeah. As
Thank
well.
fucking God. Ruined the game. I'm very hell I'm tired. I had like 4 hours sleep, like on like while doing an assignment, and then went and filmed for 4 hours. That was a good shoot, really good film shoot. Like it was like went by in like 30 minutes. Oh, it felt like it went by in 30 minutes. And we got our actors were like fucking beautiful. Shout out to my actors who I worked with. I think that's it. I don't think I've been playing or doing anything
I
else.
think that's all. You reckon?
We haven't watched any movies. I watched like Casino Royale the other week, but
Oh,
I've watched
right.
that like 72 million
Yeah.
times, so it's like one of my favorite movies. Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up for now,
Yeah.
boys and girls. Thank you for listening to the Ramblers podcast. Like if you thought we were at least mildly entertaining. If not, then I don't know. Like us, just give us a pity like. Share us around if you like the video as well. Like show us to your friends, but only if don't like show us though, because like I know some of you are our friends, but don't show us. We created it.
Yeah.
Danny's like, stop it. But yes, thank you so much for listening and subscribing. We also have a Let's Play called Up Late with Kai and Danny, where we play video games and talk about stuff.
Talk to the microphone.
Okay. Danny's having a go at me, everyone. This is the type of comedy you can expect to find on the Up Late show. Yes. Check that out if you want. And also, yeah, share us around. Where can they find us, Danny?
You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. Facebook, the Rambler Podcast, and on Twitter, podcast_Rambler.
Alright, you guys have anything else to say?
Have fun, guys.
Yeah,
Bye.
See you everyone later. Bye.
See ya.